Hello. Hello. Okay, I have returned. My voice mod had messed up a little bit, but we're back. We're good. What I was saying before, Marco, is thank you very much for the subscription. 5 months now. I very much appreciate it. New phone, who dis? Well, hope you're enjoying your phone. What phone did you get? And I think Discord is sorted as well. Perfect. Yeah, it was somewhat cut short. I decided to jump in the shower and get myself primed and ready for game time. Game time. It's game time. Das gut. Das gut. Hope you're doing well anyways, my friend. Very nice. Oh, and finished Almiri's Lament. I'm proud of you. Hope you enjoyed that most recent session. I'm excited for... It seems really loud. I'm really excited for the party and I guess anyone who watches to properly, formally meet Lord Slalig. Hello, Zero. How goes it? Or, as they say in the northeast of England, how's it gannon? Is that Sprite or Special Sprite? It's just Sprite. Or is it Depends how much Sprite is willing to pay. No, it's just Sprite. Just normal Sprite. Lemon and lime, no sugar. Alright. Starting any minute here. I'll jump into the Discord, and actually it'll give me... Actually, before we jump into the Discord, let me... Oh no. Why is that not working? Why? Why do you not work? Why do you do this? It's all operating as it should be. Why do you do this? Okay. Strangely... Hold on.
Doesn't
Hello.
flavor alone, though. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Hello.
Give me a second. I'm trying to get something sorted here. Okay. So, hello everyone. I see you have met the new player. Formally. Oh man, I've got all sorts going wrong here.
I was gonna say, it looks like the stream's being buggy.
Different. Why aren't you showing up?
I don't know. Why am I not? Who knows?
Okay, let me do what
Maybe
I did.
Brago's playing a trick.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Seems like the most likely at this point.
There we go. There I am. Hello.
No, that's me.
Is that you?
It is. It's technically me.
Ah,
But let me turn it back to you.
my sprite, but it is not me.
Okay. I think you are now you. Okay.
Am I me now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Hooray! I'm me again.
Okay. Apologies for that. So, let's dive in. I presume everyone's Dimmy, you there?
Hello.
Hello. Jakar, you there?
Yes.
Cool.
Throwing some stuff in the air fryer.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
Pre-game snacks in.
So let's jump and dive in straight away, because I've dilly-dallied enough. Oh, it's only 2 minutes past. I thought it was like 10 past for some reason. Okay, not as far behind as I thought. So, last we left off, as our party found themselves in the ancient mountain of Titan Suru, conducting themselves through trials of different elements, the trial of earth, the trial of water, the trial of fire, and finally the trial of air. You found yourselves at the end of this venture as you exited the caves, having completed the trials. These trials were perhaps in place because of a trap or curse that was placed upon the Titans that these elements represented. Completing these tasks, these trials, almost lifted the curse to free the Titans from their prisons. As I say, as you left the caves and as you sort of stood upon ground and outside and breathed the sort of outside air for the first time, you recognized a resting demon. A demon that may have lingered in these areas for some time, whether they stayed there or whether they expected your exit. They didn't expect it at that moment, at the very least, as you were able to sneak around somewhat freely and deliver a little bit of a surprise upon the Master of Cruelties. As you fought against this being and tried to close the demonic gate that was opened, you found it a little bit difficult to juggle the encounter, as the Master of Cruelties made themselves a bit of a hindrance and a bit of a difficulty. However, fortunately, I would say, Dimmy made himself a little bit of a nuisance himself as well, as every time someone was to fall, every time someone was to feel the wrath of the Master of Cruelties, Dimmy was there to pick them up. Growing frustrated at the situation and realizing that his gateway home had been closed by Brenna, the Master of Cruelties decided to leave, leaving the party at this site alone. Those who had fallen back up, those who had fallen unconscious now conscious, and the sight of the very large blade that pierces a rock now stands before you as the elements light up their respective braziers, energy being projected from the 4 statues, each statue representing one of the 4 titans, also projecting their energy towards the rock. The rock has sigils upon it that sort of glow and light up gently. What do you all wish to do?
I'm going to the rock. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Different is laying upon the ground in a pool of their own blood, just staring up at the sky, clutching their chest and
I thought that might
abdomen,
be the case. Oh, actually, before we do, yes, sorry, go.
barely conscious.
Before we do that, I also slapped the hell out of Jakar until he wakes up.
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah. To clarify, Jakar was... I guess I'll use the mechanical term. You were charmed by the Master of Cruelties to a certain degree that you were unwilling to fight the Master of Cruelties and was basically a cute little bird in the corner taking out the imps for Brenna. Beyond that, you didn't really help much, but Dimmy was able to slap you out of it as you came out of the charm, and you now realize that you were charmed by the Master of Cruelties, and he did indeed control your feelings towards him to a certain degree.
Yeah, that really sucked.
It'd be good if next time you help. Yeah.
I mean, sure.
All right.
I mean, I could just start attacking allies, but I don't think you all would like that.
I'll shoot something at you next time, so you can wake up earlier.
All right.
And with that, I will go inspecting the rock and the sword.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll just pretend to know what I'm looking at too.
Okay, so Jakar looks over the shoulder of Dimmy and sort of ponders as Dimmy genuinely ponders. Are you just trying to get a sort of a general glance of this rock and this sword? Are you trying to discern anything in particular?
So, first of all, general, but second of all, I can see a bunch of, as you described, a bunch of kind of energy going towards the sword and the rock.
Mm-hmm.
And this seems to be connected to the Titans. So I'm very much interested if I can make some sort of a connection with that stuff.
Okay. I'll allow 2 rolls in. So first, for just a general rule, just roll an investigation check.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm definitely trying to do this, so I'm going to be guiding myself.
That is fair. So with an 18, as you sort of look over the scene before you, look over the rock, look over the stone. The stone itself it draws your attention as it seems to be a natural stone. It doesn't seem to be sort of arcane created or magically created, shall I say, and it doesn't seem to have been placed here, at least not any time as of recent. The stone itself seems utterly natural in its existence. Even the sigils in it do not look, as you sort of look over it, I don't know if you're going as far as touching it just now, but as you look over it at the very least, you don't see any... The sigils don't seem to have been placed upon them via carvings or anything like that, though it does seem like the rock has naturally created these sigils and symbols within it. It doesn't look like a tool, is basically what I'm saying, has carved those sigils into it. There's no signs of carving into it. And the sword itself, almost at this point, looks to be part of the stone. You imagine, and you can see by just looking at it, it reacts differently to the light around you and how it sort of reflects things. It looks like true metal. Like it doesn't look like it's just a stone. It's part of the stone. It doesn't look like it is an ornament made of stone or anything like that. It looks like a blade that has sort of been placed in this stone, and difficult to determine when or how long it's been there. But by extension, if you want to roll your Arcana check as well, as you sort of look towards the energy and try to discern some more specific stuff about it. So with an 8. The energy itself, it's not necessarily blatant, and you've seen Brenna stand up in that, and she hasn't been affected by it physically. The waves are almost disruption to sight more than anything. It's visible, so I'm not going to say it's barely visible. It's visible, but it's not a huge amount of energy that is moving that it sort of makes it difficult to see through or pass through or anything like that. And it doesn't seem to have any physical effect on people that are passing through it. As I say, Brenna has stood up in it, walked by it. Her clothes don't get affected by it. She doesn't get affected by it, anything like that. With an 8, what I'll say is it looks like the stone is absorbing the energy. As from the point of view leaving the caves to this point now, and as you sort of look at it, the runic sigils and symbols, they pulsate with every wave of energy that is sort of passing into it.
Okay. So, conscious that he has no fucking idea what's going on here, Demi is going to try something that he is a bit better at, and he is gonna probably screw the stone and go just get on it and go put his hand on the blade and try to will it sort of to do something for him.
Okay. As you...
Will the sword.
Oh yeah. Demi is completely useless with figuring out how the magic works, but he can make it work.
I will ask this. Is there anything in particular you're trying to will it, or you're just trying to will it to do something?
To lend some of that energy over.
So, as you reach out for the blade, the initial feeling is cold. Like, it is frighteningly cold as you touch the blade. Almost to the point where you almost intuitively just pull away, but you don't. You sort of keep your hand there. And as you sort of lose that thought process for a moment, you see the visage of the Earth Titan. statues that you've seen many a times. The statue that finds itself over here in the bottom right corner. It's not letting me. Oh, because I'm using the wrong screen. Over here. But as you sort of correct your thought process and sort of get it on tracks to what you want to think and what you want to will it to do. Do me a favor. Roll a charisma check for me, please.
Yes. Is this guidable? I don't think so.
I'll allow it.
Sure.
As you sort of push that will forward from your sort of mind outward, you feel. Actually, no, you don't feel. You hear. Almost as if there's a distant earthquake. And as you sort of look, nothing's moving, nothing's shaking, the plants aren't shaking. You aren't shaking, your friends aren't reacting to this. This is just a sound that seems to be omnipresent in your mind as it sort of rattles away.
Can I try to shift my attention sort of to Salo now? Considering I feel like that was somewhat a connection to Therum. Go through them in order, see if they all respond a
Okay.
bit.
Huh. As you do that, as you direct your thought to the next Titan, to the other Titan, or one of the other Titans, you continue to hear that quake, that grinding of stone, of earth. And once again, a visage hits you. Almost like being sort of slapped in the face, it sort of strikes you back slightly. As you see a visage of, again, what you would understand to be the depiction of the typical Kriya depiction. And you see the visage of Kriya pick up and pull a sword from stone. And as Kriya pulls that blade, the quaking stops. And as you sort of shift that thought onto the next Titan, the hand reaches into the ocean.
All right. Can I see anything around there? Is it just the
It is
middle of the ocean?
Yeah, it's pretty generic. There's no distinguishable features or anything like that you can see at this moment.
Okay. I'll ponder on that for a bit, and if I feel like that's there, we'll move on to Axia.
As you do so, yeah, you see what you would understand to be the Fjord, the large mountain range in Fokar, on the continent of Almuri. And once again, this visage sort of continuing as you sort of push from Titan to Titan. The hand then delves into the volcano, the dormant volcano. And I just want to correct myself because you said horror. I
said
Salo.
Axia.
Sorry, no, the first time, sorry.
Oh, I said Salo, yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
say
you said
Salo.
Salo?
It was
Okay.
correct, yeah.
Cool, good. Okay. I thought I got them mixed up for a second.
No, and then horror. I'm just going around the circle, so
Yeah.
I'll do horror now.
Okay. And then the final arm of Kriya reaches into through the clouds as they sort of disperse and far beyond what the eyes can see. But interestingly, further blades are never pulled. Only the one that you see before you.
Well, having done that, I'm probably going to broadcast my conscience into the sword and try to bargain or plead with the Titans a bit, and say, we have freed you. Grant me power when I need it.
As you sort of push these thoughts forward, say these words, the voice of Theorem. We thank you. We all do. You have provided us with a strength, particularly myself. The others still free, but weaker. There are 3 other sites like this. But we shall grant you a fragment of our power. All of us.
Thank you. Would you like us to visit the other sites? Would seem like they're much more difficult to access.
They currently lie dormant amongst their elements. We would be gracious if you would awaken them, as we have awakened a power within you.
And I'll let go. And I'll turn around and actually have a look at Hilfred and Brenna and see if they're dying or not.
How are Brenna and Tifrin looking?
I'll let Brenna describe her situation first.
Well, I'm at 7, and
But what does Brenna look like? What is
I
Brenna's current state?
I am just sat at this stair and just have that tired, empty look, and just sits there and does not concentrate on anything, just very tired. And I look pretty hurt too.
As I mentioned before, Hifrin is quite literally lying in a pool of their own blood. After having been stabbed through the abdomen, I believe, by a absolutely ginormous spear. Their hands barely holding everything together.
But then Dimmy told you to get up, so you did. All worked out.
The different definitely did not get up. They tilted their head a tiny bit and then just laid back down. Like, nope, we're not. No, we're not doing this.
I was referring to the healing word.
Oh.
But yeah.
That's fair.
So seeing that, I'll just I guess, guys, we're we're camping out here for the night. I could heal you, but I would rather preserve that in case we get attacked. Up to
Okay.
you. My healing isn't very good anyway, as you know.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, we can just camp up here and just sleep. Maybe I don't know.
Ifrin just closes their eyes and hand very slowly moving up their chest grips their symbol of Brago and just mumbles quietly to themselves and stupid. And takes a breath in and just is gonna go ahead and heal themselves a little bit with what remaining power they have left in their body.
Mm-hmm. A nice 18 points of healing, Ifrin. Anyone else wanting to do anything specific?
I'll help make camp, and then I'll go meditate, as could be expected.
Yeah, I'll focus on my downtime activity as well.
Okay.
I will not.
I was going to say,
I will-
Dimmy, as you're setting up camp, sorry, is there a particular place you're setting up camp? Going back into the entrance, or?
I would suggest we go into the cave entrance, unless anyone has objections.
Ifrin's just gonna continue lying on the floor.
All right, I'll set it up in the cave entrance, and I'll ask Shikar to help me carry Kilfrenin.
Okay. If people want to move their tokens where they would be.
And then, I'm sorry, but I have something to do at night as well.
That's fine. That's okay. Where would Jakar be?
Can't even see his token. Oh, nope, there it is. Never mind. I'm just blind. Ha.
Where is Jakar deftly practicing his dodging and leaping around and stuff? Rules. Parkour rules and stuff.
Probably
quite
just
a bit of ledges here.
probably on top of the stone or something.
All right. Yeah, disrespecting religious sites. I like it. Okay. I mean, if anyone was going to do it.
How many hours are we going to get?
I mean, it's early-ish in on the day. You wouldn't necessarily be able to go to sleep just yet.
Yeah, I mean to do downtime for the day. Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
So as Dimmy, as you sort of retreat into the cave entrance, get Jakar to help you with Hifrin and get Brenner over there and whatnot, get people into a safe position. Jakar, being where you are, you probably is the first to notice a silhouette of a large hulking being. The first thing that sort of stands out to you is the grinning, toothy smile, for lack of a better term, that sits upon its face. Zeo, if you would like to describe exactly what the party sees as you approach.
As I approach, Zeo approaches. First, sorry for the echo. He is a hulking figure clad in heavy armor. He's wielding a club-like weapon with metal studs and a shield in the other hand. He has a red grinning mask on his face, and he is making noise when he comes towards you.
Shit, guys, someone's coming. Fuck.
Oh,
Sorry, just to clarify, what sort of noises are you making as you approach?
It's like the noise of heavy armor clanking.
okay.
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 I thought you meant he was just like.
Yeah, that's why I thought too.
I was just like, I'm pretty sure he's going clomp clomp.
I'm not
Thank you.
ready for a fight, Billy.
How big are we
Okay. I'll
talking?
try to distract him or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
talk him out of it. Whatever he's doing.
I'll kind of step out. Hey, what's up? What you doing? And
What are you doing on top of that stone?
Training? Of course.
That is a religious symbol. You should train somewhere else.
Right, it's the perfect surface for it. So.
It technically doesn't say on it that it's religious.
Excuse me?
I'm very sorry. And so you see a half elf, a tall blonde half elf who's dressed in Acrentorian clothes, which is a continent to the south, speaking in a very deep and flamboyant accent at this moment. We're very sorry. We're tourists, and we didn't know that this is a religious symbol. There's no signs.
Well, this site is known as the Shikara of Krier.
Oh, Krier, yes, the goddess that is so much worshipped in these lands. Oh, Shikar, get off.
Yes, God.
God, sorry.
Wouldn't this
What
spot help me?
have you done to this place?
Oh, we haven't done anything. We're just touring around. We're entrepreneurs. We thought that maybe we'll set up a business here, a tourist business. Take travelers from Akrentor and let them see the beauties of the Titan Soru and these places. So we were looking, planning things like that.
As a point, you might see me from where you're standing, and I'm actually like not just covered in blood. I am red. That's how much blood I've been in contact to.
Which I think.
And I guess there's a bunch of demon goop around as well.
Yeah. I think, especially Zeo, you would certainly recognize the quote unquote demon goop. As the demons die in these lands, they sort of almost instantaneously begin to turn to this sort of necrotic goop as their forms almost dissolve in place. You would notice quite a lot of that goop lying around.
And Zeo would step towards a big pile of that goop, scoop it up, sniff it, then look to you. Have you been fighting these demons?
Well, yes, but they attacked us. We didn't.
Was there a portal?
You mean the big yellow thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes. Support.
Portal here on these sacred lands. Did you close it? Do you have the metal?
Yeah, yes. Our guide previously gave us the sword to close it, so we closed it.
That is good news. Demons do not belong here. They should be exterminated. And these braziers, did you activate them?
What? Well, that was like this when we found it.
I doubt that. These braziers have been dormant since people have come to this place.
As this conversation is going on, you likely would have seen the form of a relatively average. They're not too tall, but they're a bit on the taller side. But a gray-skinned half elf walk out with dark hair. Not too dark, but a little bit darker clothing, and wearing half-plate armor. Very clearly, having just fought a battle, and very clearly having just nearly died. Approach out of the cave and speak up. You talk as if you come from these lands, as if you're native.
I
Am I correct?
I come from Nara.
That's a town
I've
to the
been to this. Excuse me?
Nara. That's a different.
Town to the south.
Yes, to the
The
south.
town from which the metal comes that you use to close the portal.
Like the metal in a short sword.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure. As my well, I'm an escort for this man. He is he's a merchant.
Merchants.
We're partners in this business. We all have our own trades.
Indeed.
Don't be so
I-
modest. We were planning, in fact, to visit Nara next, to see if our expert blacksmith could find something of her liking there.
She's the
Nara
right
is a
one.
great place to visit. The metals are without peer. But these braziers, they have never been like this.
Oh, well, we've never seen them anything except like this.
That is true.
This is most interesting. Nobody has been able to activate this site, and it seems active. And the sword, have you done anything to it? Do you know
I mean, he touched
what
it.
this sword is?
No, I mean, yeah. Well, it was interesting. It's a huge sword. I touched it. Okay.
It is called the Kaseki. It is one of the 4 swords of Krier.
Huh.
It's
Fascinating.
said to have the element of earth, and that the people that are connected to nature draw power from it.
So did Kriya had one sword for each hand?
Yes, there are 4 swords for the 4 elements. Pretty interesting that you happen to be in this place while this is lit up. I've had visions of this lighting up. That's what drew me to this place again.
You mean you've come here before?
I've been here to worship. It was never like this. People come here to worship on the holy days of Krier. To show respect.
Seems a good place.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
you got a big ass sword jammed into a rock, and Hifrin kind of hops down the stairs and walks up to the rock and just pats it.
religious sites are a great tourist attraction. This could be good.
I mean, maybe. It is just a rock jammed into a sword jammed into a rock, and they poke
It's
it
a
with their,
giant
and they
ass sword
it.
jammed into a rock.
It is
and they
much
just
more
kind of
than
poke
that.
it with their shield, trying to seem disinterested.
It is much more than that. This is one of the swords of Krier, the element of earth. It is strange for tourists to stumble here. You're sure you didn't have anything to do with the activities here? Tourists slaying demons? Right as it is activated?
I mean, I came here to protect that guy, so. Hifrin just
I swear, we didn't. When we came here, it was like this.
Hifrin just shrugs.
Interesting. Can I call a bluff? Like,
On what?
see.
Um,
Can.
Yeah,
Actually, never mind. It's out of character.
yeah.
On sort of
My
just
bad.
to try to notice if he's lying.
He's chosen his words very carefully, is what I'll say.
It's not technically lying.
Roll an insight check,
Okay.
and Dimmy, I'm still gonna say deception.
Okay.
Well,
oh
it's
my god.
It doesn't matter.
24, that's 20.
Okay.
Fine.
Starting off amazing.
Oh, you could have if you got anything higher though, Demi. You could have.
I know, but I'm
Um.
not exactly going to stand in front of him and cast guidance on myself, am I? But maybe I should get advantage because Hifron is helping me, confirming my story.
This is true. I am indeed helping.
Okay, I'll allow another roll. Okay.
It's not good.
Didn't help. That's okay. You tried.
Wow.
I'll
First
sort of
roll.
yeah. First roll is a natural 20. Maybe there's more of that to come. I'll basically reiterate what I just said. I think you'd pick up on the fact that he's not necessarily lying. When he got here and when the party got here, this is what it looked like. But I would say that you get the sense that he's not being completely open with you in terms of I'll leave it at that.
There is something that you're not trying to tell me. Keep your secrets.
I mean, if you do enough convincing, maybe we'll tell you.
Well,
You know, we are strangers in a foreign land. Putting all of our secrets up front would be dangerous. I'm sure you understand. But we came here with good intention, and we definitely did not do anything to anyone at all.
I believe you.
Deserve it.
Well, except the demons. Yes, we killed quite a few.
Well, killing demons makes you an ally of mine automatically. I hate the things.
I mean, there
Tell
was the
me.
one guy that got away.
Where did he head off?
To the east, flew away. The big guy.
Flew away.
It's very big, giant as spear. Or what did he have?
Ifrin is very obviously got like her hand over there. Like,
Yeah. Well, I
beards and shit.
point to the huge hole in Hifron's half plate.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd go as far as to say at this point.
Like
Although
they're trying to
Hifrin,
hide it with the shield.
yeah, although Hifrin, your wounds have been healed via the spells. There's still a gaping hole in the armor that was caused. So that sort of the metal
There's
is
definitely a scar.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely, just a massive, just rip of flesh. There happened. Maybe a
Well,
little,
if you-
maybe a bit of fresh blood around the wound on the shield and stuff.
You seem pretty hurt. It was a tough fight, I guess.
I mean, I did run up to the dude and literally punch him. So there's that. And everyone just kind of points their finger at this new guy.
Where did you say you? Where did you say you're heading off next?
I think we were going to spend the night here, recover, and head to Nara.
Thought that was the plan. I mean, different coughs again into their just off to the side. Yeah, we're gonna take a nap. Just grimaces and kind of leans over for a minute.
Zaya will go closer to the sword, climb up on the rock, inspect the sword.
I'm just doing push-ups while he's doing that.
He'll give you a nasty look.
Yeah, as you look over the sword, it looks, for all intents and purposes, how you've seen it many times previous.
Zaya will try to extend like a free hand and touch the sword.
You take your hand and reach out towards the blade. And as you do so, you are not a stranger to the feeling of connection that it brings when you touch upon it. As again, as you've been here many times previous, you've touched the blade many times previous, and as you do so, it always brings a close connection between you, the god that you worship, and the land that you so graciously walk upon that he created. But differently this time, as you touch it, you see another visage, another image, another vision, similar to the one that sort of brought you here to begin with. But this time you see your god, the Warmonger. And as you look upon Kriya, you see him wielding the blade that you are touching. And the other three hands straining, pulling, but not succeeding, as the other three hands are enveloped in the respected elements. One being the sky, one diving deep into a volcano, it seems, and the other diving deep into the ocean. And as you see this, it is a quick sort of flash as you see it. And as you see it, you're sort of struck back slightly. If not for the sort of physique that you have, being as strong as you are, you may have been knocked on your arse, but you very quickly adjust your foot and sort of catch yourself as you're almost pushed from the blade.
So I will then step back.
Do me a favor. Roll a religion check with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
19.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very good.
For a split second, as you collect yourself and as your vision returns to the material plane, as you sort of look upon these new people, these travelers, whatever they describe themselves as, for a split second, you feel a connection, not just between you, the sword, the land, and your god, but then there's also an extended connection towards the male half-elf, Dimmy. Dimmy, there we go. It's like it's an invisible connection. It's not something that you can visually see. It's just a draw. There's a connection there for just a split second, and then it dissipates, it goes, and you return to normal.
So after taking a step back, Zaya will then glance towards Dimi for a second. Jump down from the rock. He will say, "You say you're tourists, you're heading off to Nara. Do you need somebody to guide you? I can offer you protection, guidance for these lands as a native."
If you're sure. Demi looks very concerned, but that doesn't say why.
I believe I was brought here to aid you. I have had visions before guiding me to this place. It was never like this. Truly is a sign from Queer himself.
Maybe break a find a trick.
I'll yell out across the field and say, "You're a bit too late. We had a really tough time, okay?"
Brenna, would you like to describe what Zeo sees in the cave entrance?
You see a dwarf covered in blood. She does not look like the picture.
A bit more red.
Yeah, like, it's just crimson red all over. But she has like normal clothes, not any armor or anything, and just an axe, and that's it.
Well,
Like
maybe I
a
was
gray
late.
axe, a big axe, yeah.
Maybe next time I will not be too late.
Hmm.
What if next time you're too early?
It's pretty risky traveling with us. I just
I can handle myself.
oh.
I am more than capable. In defense,
Can you fly?
Sadly not.
That might be a problem, but
Can you?
hope you'll be okay.
He can, and Hifrin points up at Jakar, who's still probably doing push-ups on the rock.
Yeah, those definitely.
So
The way to Nara
how
can be perilous.
how
Boy, here was
far away is
perilous.
it?
Nara?
Yeah.
It is. Adam, can you help me? I'm not sure about this.
On foot as is, it's quite the journey. Probably, and it's obviously a journey you've made a few times. Probably around 3 weeks on foot.
Shit.
So waiting to the tourists.
Didn't we lose someone getting here as well? It's like scattered across the wall somewhere.
You as well?
Oh yeah, the guy from the airship, yeah. Yeah, that guy. If so, it happens to look over at Hifrin. There's a very clear look of guilt in their eyes and just on their face, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Poor guy. Kind of like
What
the,
happened?
Wish we could have
There was a
saved
guy
someone.
with us. He couldn't fly.
I mean, I can't fly either.
Well, he couldn't fly.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Everyone just clears their throat, trying to push the memory from their mind, not wanting to
Yeah.
remember the mess that was.
I remember those parachutes that had like a 10% chance of opening.
Just one opened.
Yeah, mine.
Looks
We
like
really need to
can't
work
fight
on
the
this. You
tension.
shouldn't tell this to everybody you meet.
It's habit. I can't. Like, you
Right.
know me.
You've met
We've
two
had this
people
before.
after it happened. You've told both of them like within 5 minutes. We get to Naru, you start
I
telling
feel
people
bad
we're gonna get
about it.
arrested. Like they're not gonna wait to figure out what the hell happened.
Well,
Wasn't my
Jakar
fault.
doesn't help it
He's
because
wanted
he.
to make
Why? It's a funny story.
He doesn't bring it up at least.
Yeah, but he says, "Oh yeah, I eat people." That doesn't help.
No,
That's
he doesn't
different.
bring that up either.
I feel attacked for some reason.
An interesting lot you are.
We had a tough few days /
Yeah.
week.
/ months.
We need a break.
Well, maybe you need somebody to protect your party. I can offer
Well,
you my services towards Nara.
We can see you're not going anywhere, so go on then. We're resting here for the night anyway. These two need it.
Yeah.
Which way now is Nara? By the way, is
It's south.
south. And Adam, is the map geographically aligned?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you would
Okay.
just for speed and efficiency, you would want to come the way that Zio came from.
I got it. Okay. Well, anyway, make yourself comfortable, Zio. We'll head out in the morning.
They will then go towards the steps, sit on the steps. Do the review.
Alright. Take a seat. As I say, the sort of these streams of energy over here, sort of passing back and forth as you sort of sit down. It doesn't have any physical effect on you or difference upon you, but you certainly notice it. It's something that is very noticeable.
Mhm. And then Zaya will be sort of inspecting the braziers and all the different effects going on.
Yeah, roll an investigation check, and for anyone who is wanting to do some downtime, you basically have all day to do
How
some
many
downtime.
hours?
Yeah, so
Like 12 hours?
you're probably pushing it to exhaustion if you're doing that. We'll say
Well-
Okay.
we'll say 8 hours.
Okay.
Investigation check. I'm not 15 and I'm rolling really hot.
You are. As you make your way around the braziers, it's a curious sight. It's not something that you fully understand how, why. I mean, smarter people, wiser people than you have attempted to figure out what these braziers are and what this site is, and never came to any conclusion in terms of being able to get to the bottom of it. But as you make your way by each one, there doesn't seem to be any illusory or illusions there. As you pass by the air brazier, you feel like this gust of wind as it sort of blows by you. As you pass by the fire one, you feel the heat of the fire, and the flame sort of interacts with the wind that blows through this valley. As you pass by the water ripples again as the wind passes through, and you hear the sound of the water sort of swirling never-endingly. And as you move by the earth, you hear a faint sort of grinding of stone and earth as you pass by it. It all seems physical and present and real.
I will try to extend a hand into the braziers to see if I get burnt in the fire one or what happens in the water.
Okay, you're just shoving your hand in there?
Yeah, until it's very painful. Test it out.
Okay. Yeah, as you move your hand towards the fire, you can feel the heat as you approach it. Are you still wanting to put your hand into the fire, even though you can feel the heat radiating from it?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah. So
Okay.
until I get burnt.
Yeah, as you place your hand in,
Yeah,
you take 4 points of fire damage, essentially.
Great.
And intuitively, you do indeed pull back as your hand is pulled from it. You do feel the sort of burn of the fire.
And the statues? Do I get any feeling when I am near them or touch them?
No, yeah. As you touch them, you don't feel anything, see anything. You've seen them before. You've seen these statues before. From what you understand, you understand that these are titans that once roamed the plane of Olvania, and these are representations of those titans. Obviously, not to size, but certainly in their depiction. But yeah, nothing happens. It's just like touching stone as you touch upon the statue. Nothing changes. Other than actually, when you get to the very end one, over here, as you make your way around, there's a slight rumble from it.
And is it shaking or Just
No,
like,
it's so slight that it's barely noticeable. It's only noticeable when you place your hand on it. There's just this slight vibration, but it's not shaking or anything like that. Not from what you can perceive with your eyes.
How many rolls did we get? 10?
8.
Oh, okay.
Before Faithful. And I guess as the party sort of relax and train, this is just a quick point, I guess. Zeo, we can discuss it further outside the session. But in regards to downtime, with me essentially running a homebrew world with homebrew rules in terms of advancing your characters in different ways, you can utilize some of your downtime to learn a new language or work on a stat or learn proficiency with a certain skill or something like that. So if there's ever anything that you have that your character has interest in regards to improving a part of their themselves, then just mention it and we can add it to your character sheet.
yeah. So during the downtime, Zaya will just be like sitting down, meditating, and also doing like exercises away from the stone.
Okay. What I'll do just so we're not hanging on this for too long, if you want to message me, if you do want to work on a specific stat or skill by doing that, message me, and then I'll sort it out before next session. I'll get it added to the character sheet, and I'll do retrospective rules for the downtime that you've done.
Thanks.
But yeah, as the rest of you work on your own things, as Dimmy sort of focuses inwards and meditates somewhat, and Jakar continues to jump around on a sacred rock, and Hifrin, I presume Hifrin is taking to the books again, yeah?
Indeed, as always.
Yeah.
They have their journals and notes.
And and Brenna, I assume, does her very best to not die during this time.
Yeah, I don't know what I do, but I'm like gone. I'm like so tired and so just fed up, and I just sit there and blank.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Easily done. As you get to a point where whether you feel mentally or physically sort of drained and not exhausted in the mechanical sense, but exhausted in the fact that you are spent, so to speak. It sort of gets further on in the day. Sort of sun begins
Maybe
to
like
set.
in the...
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. They may be like in the middle of their studies, maybe to pull something out of their pack to eat or something like that. They'd move over to Brenna and drop a pear first. I can't do first, can't do second over both large. So they drop a pair of healing words on Brenna. Not
Whoa.
sorry, cure wounds at first. Okay. One. There it is. Seven and nine.
Oh.
All right,
16.
16 points of healing. So
Sorry,
yeah,
couldn't help earlier.
sorry.
It's fine. I just continue just laying there. I don't do anything.
So yeah, as the day sort of rolls on, Dimmy, you said that you were wanting to do something later on in the night as well.
At night, yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if we're gonna do watch. We don't
Yeah,
normally bother with that.
That's fair. What is everyone doing on their nighttime? As I say, in terms of just keeping things consistent. Feeling a bit exhausted mentally, physically, to just continue reading or working out or whatever it might be. Is anyone wanting to do anything, say anything, talk about anything during the sunset and the evening.
Pippin would maybe take a look around the area and just be like, remembering what Zeo had said earlier in the day, this is a religious site. This doesn't seem, and on top of that, we've already got rid of the main source of, I guess, threat that's here. So take a look around, maybe see, are we truly safe here? Do we need to worry about a watch? But only.
Is there anything of value to me?
Eat the goop! Eat the demon goop!
The new guy has some shinies.
Yeah.
First of all, Hifrin, roll a perception check for me, please. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. And Jakar, was your question of anything for you around? Was that a question for me, or were you questioning Hifrin?
No, for questioning you.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
I'm not really good at that.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, I wish I had more perspective eyes.
Okay. So, Hifrin, as you look out and look around, first of all, you don't see anything of threat in the initial area, but what you do see off in the distance, over to, from what you can tell, the east of where you are, as you sort of make your look around, and you see something off in the distance. It's difficult to see what it is, but roll a nature check for me.
Dang.
Okay. You notice a mountain, a hill very far off in the distance. It's not something that you remember seeing on your maps and of your sort of research of the area, and as you sort of picked up and learned about the culture and the land itself. You don't remember seeing anything of this. It might be something newly that's formed. Might be further than it looks. It might be closer than it looks. It's difficult to determine, but it doesn't look like anything that you were aware of. Sorry?
Or does it look new, per se, or just
It looks new in
out
the
of
fact
place.
that it looks new in that you've never seen it before, and it doesn't look like anything that you had researched. But other than that, there's nothing that stands out to you, nothing that makes you think that there's a threat nearby, but of course you are, and you were, sort of warned about these lands and the connection to the fiends and demons.
After a bit of thought and such, they decide to pipe up, look around to the rest of the party, and say, doesn't look like there's anything around that's gonna hurt us. You said it's a religious site, tilting their head towards Zeo.
It is
But
normally
I think we should
it
keep
could be
watch.
safe.
Regardless. Take a bit of a watch. You guys can sleep. If you want, I'll wake someone else up, but I'm gonna stay up for now. Keep an eye out.
I'll take second.
Aren't you hurt as well, Henry?
I'll be alright.
I'm like full health. I didn't do anything.
What is this full health you speak of?
I'm full of myself being healthy.
They just Excuse me. They just look over at Jakar, smile lightly, and say, "It's all right. I'll be okay. I'll wake you up there.
Don't have to tell me twice.
You just take a nap. Rest those bird bones." And they walk off a bit, maybe out of the cave, since that's where we're camped. Up to these little bushes here. I think they're bushes. They look like bushes.
Yeah.
Kind of take a stance, leaning up against the wall, like their back to the cave, and just stare off into the distance at that weird hill mountain thing that it's just so intriguing. You're new.
So
Alright.
during the resting,
Hole in the back of their armor as well. That definitely not a hole in the dirt too.
during the resting, whenever Zaya would be like eating or drinking, he'll just lift up his mask, eat, and then put it back down. So he'll keep his mask on all the time.
Another masked character, alright.
It didn't go that well for the previous one.
Yeah, did not at all.
You can see his eyes and like around his eyes, but his lower face is covered.
The good old mouth mask.
Yeah.
Let's
Everyone doesn't take any notice to it.
So yeah, as you all sort of bed down, Hifrin keeping watch. Dimmy, if you just stop me when you want to do your thing.
Yeah. I mean, I asked Efren to wake me up for the second
Yeah.
watch. So if Efren doesn't do that, Demi will wake up pretty early in the morning to do his thing.
That's fine.
As usual.
So Hifrin, if you want to roll a perception check as you keep watch for part of the night.
That
Oh, Lord.
19, okay.
Um,
I mean, I've rolled a few times, so I know it's not the system being funky.
there is a peace that envelops this area. There's the sound of nature. There's this sort of echoing sound of birds as they fly overhead and as they sort of fly through the valley, and maybe as they sort of make a natural noise of a mating call, or just a sort of whatever birds do to make noises. It sort of
I don't know why, but
echoes. It sort of
sorry.
just echoes throughout the valley, and sort of it just sort of envelops the area in this sort of peace, as though nature has sort of returned, despite the demons that were just here sort of hours before. And as you sort of keep your eye out to the east, you do notice, although it's very gradual, but you rolled really well, you do notice that the mound that was off in the distance has grown slightly.
That's oh shit.
And with everything going on around them and feeling a bit, even after having been nearly killed by that master of cruelty and going through that serious battle, they feel, stronger, more empowered, and as you mentioned, we are level 6 now. It feeling a bit stronger and with nature around them, so present and in its own form of natural chaos. They think back onto their upbringing of desert and not the best of life, but still good. They think back on their family and things. This power and with this added strength now in their heart and soul, they feel that they need to give a bit more of a appreciation towards nature, towards the life that is around them, and instead of following the roots of their roots of home, the path of their father. They feel maybe the world around them has more to offer. Perhaps a druidic lifestyle could be a bit better for them. And so begins the druid arc.
Oh yeah. And as you take your few hours of watching to, whether it's an active attempt or whether it's partially a subconscious attempt, you garner that connection with the land around you, and especially being where you are right now is certainly
The mix of both.
yeah. But it's certainly exaggerated here, this connection to the land. But your few hours of watch comes to an end, sort of, I imagine, for Hifrin probably flies over as they do garner that connection, as they do sort of just appreciate the land around them. Your watch has come to an end.
Say maybe an extra few moments just basking in that, and head over to Demi and gently shake him awake. Hey,
Thanks.
you're up next.
Yeah. Don't get up and go out the cave.
Alrighty.
Not much is going on, but keep your eyes out to the east.
To the east. Alright, thanks for the heads up. I guess that's where the guy flew away.
Yeah, could come back.
I'll go and I guess I'll look to the east. I might as well.
Alrighty. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Why not?
Demi also researched the land a little bit, preparing. And obviously you had your previous guide, who was specifically a cartographer, and showed you some of the maps that he had.
Like sold me some
Great.
of his maps.
Yeah. You two see the strange mound. To the naked eye and to your current sight, despite what I said before, it seems still and it doesn't seem to be moving or anything like that. So to you, it would just look like this strange mound that you don't remember ever reading about. Maybe it's just an insignificant sort of landmark or natural landmark, and so it doesn't really draw your attention too much. But you do notice it. It's not something that you've seen before.
Yep, I got that. Alright, so I'm gonna go off to the side over here and see if I can get up this mountain a bit and find a place above the entrance of the cave.
Alrighty, yeah.
If it's possible, if it's not, I'll find a different spot.
No, yeah. There's plenty of sort of natural groove that you would be pretty easily able to climb up above the entrance of the cave.
So, kind of making myself a little bit comfortable there. I'll get out the book, put it on a rock next to me, and maybe for the benefit of Zio, a secrets channel would be in order.
Yeah, no problem. I will throw you in the secrets. Alrighty, be right back, everyone.
Okay.
We're in the secrets, right?
We are.
Alright, so with my pal, the book, sitting next to me on a rock,
Mm-hmm.
reach my hand out over to the sword, palm up, kind of start drawing some energy from it, bending one finger at a time and getting a bit of each element to go towards each of the fingers. And I'll turn to my friend, the book, and say, well, here's something for you to see. I've forgotten you. What do you think?
You see the eye as it sort of glances around. It then specifically lands on you as it tightens its gaze towards you. It's difficult to determine a motive or feeling from just a single eye upon a book, but there is a strong hatred or jealousy that is looked upon you with just this single eye.
Not gonna say anything. You know, this world seems to be pretty full of pretty cool stuff. You sure you just want to give it away?
You. You have ascended, I see.
Perhaps. What kind of ascension would that be?
Well, you
Haven't really figured it out.
You are drawing power from other sources. You're not weakening yourself, but weakening others as you strengthen your own.
That's a good assessment. Well, I was wondering if you would be also willing to share something. I can continue showing you around places, helping you if our paths align.
You are interesting.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check first of all. And I want it to be open and sort of obvious for you. I want to make sure that you're picking it up. The voice is certainly wow. If that isn't fitting, I don't know what is. The voice is, for lack of a better term, biting its lip as it speaks to you. Like you can tell, like it is speaking to you through gritted teeth.
Not very happy, I guess. Is that what I'm getting?
That is what you're getting. But as you sort of say this,
I am intrigued by you. I am interested where your path will lead us.
As I hear that, I clench my fist and throw out the energy that I collected, and an Eldritch Blast just into the sky.
I will grant to you a fragment, a small piece of what I can offer. I will give it to you. But you must not awaken these creatures.
What's in it for you if I don't awaken them?
Too many cooks.
I see. Keep that in mind. I'll try to keep this whole business quiet in that case.
Yes. Keep it in mind. You will keep my power. Use your motives, your interest, your connection with me will be severed.
Well, good to know.
I will not lie
So-
to you, Gimme. You are a threat, a powerful being that I fear. I would much prefer us to work alongside one another than against one another.
Very kind of you. I much prefer this than the time when I almost got locked in the tower. If I can ask one more small thing right now.
Of course.
You know that mound to the east? You have any idea what that's about? I kind of lift the book.
I believe it is connected to what you have done here today and the previous days. It is not a coincidence.
Right? We'll talk to you later then.
Of course. And I insist that you realize the tower was strictly business.
All right.
It was a win-win situation for me, regardless of the outcome.
I'll consider that water under the bridge now.
Thank
As
you.
I kind of try to draw a little from that book, and I imagine that manifests in the hex.
It certainly does.
All right. Awesome.
Alrighty. Presumably make your
Yep.
way back down and
Yep.
just take a relaxed position as you...
Yep.
I imagine Dimmy possibly feeling a bit proud of himself.
A little bit. Content.
Yeah, good word. But with that said, unless there's anything else you want to go into, discuss,
No, that's all right. I don't want to keep everyone waiting.
no problem. Alrighty, I'll throw you back up there then.
Oh,
Yes. So after 2 hours, Demi will go and wake Zio, and
Oh.
if you want to go watch, he should do it, and he can wake the bird in the morning.
Yep. They will then wake up. He will do a stroll around the area to check the perimeter.
Alrighty. I guess just to touch upon it as you sort of exit the camp, the cave, wherever it was that you were resting your head for the hours that you were resting, and you sort of enter this sort of area proper, the statues and the sword and the energy that is now there. It is kind of surreal for you. You know, you've spent probably weeks, if not months, of your life all together at this place, and you've probably seen priests and clerics and worshippers of Kriya try to understand what this place is, what it could mean, and now you stand in this area and it is awake, it is reawoken, and it is filled with life almost. Not that it wasn't before, but now it just has this rejuvenated feel. Now it feels like Kriya has his hand upon this land more than ever before. Perhaps not a coincidence that you currently find yourself in the Age of the Gods, but as you head off beyond this area and just sort of do a sort of look around the perimeter, if you could roll a perception check for me, please.
Mm-hmm. $11.
A bad roll had to come at some point.
It's not that bad.
I was going to say it was barely
Okay.
bad as well, yeah. Yeah, as you sort of look around, at this point, you know, it's still dark, but the sort of moonlight sort of shining in the area highlights certain aspects. You look off to the west and see the land disappear into essentially a dark ether. As you look off to the west, there's basically nothing other than land and plains. Eventually, cities, but too far for the eye to see. But you see nothing of threat surrounding you. Is there anything that you're wanting to do on your watch, whether it be sort of flavor or otherwise?
So after like a perimeter sweep, to just check the surroundings if anything is suspicious or out of place, more than like the energies flowing through the area. And then when that's done, to just go back to the site, to the sword in the rock, and then just like meditate while being aware of surroundings.
Roll a, let's say, a wisdom check. Wow.
7 again.
Another 7. As you return back and take a position to meditate, despite you not garnering anything literal from it, you do just naturally feel more connected to Kriya, where you currently sit or lie, whatever position you've taken. And you find a sort of, just this sort of place in your own mind which is sort of peaceful and content and almost hopeful and excited for what this could all mean and where it's leading. But you certainly, as I say, feel a connection far deeper, far more than any connection you felt ever being at this site previously, or any site for that matter.
And they will offer a prayer to Kriya, and then just be sitting down and aware for the rest of his watch.
Alrighty. As your couple-hour watch sort of bypass time, and I imagine Zeo sort of not loses track of time, but time would probably just flow by him, and before you know it, the sound of birds awakening in the morning come, and the sunrise does begin to sort of peer out over the edge, but there's still a little bit longer for the rest. I believe it was Jakar that you were intending on waking up?
Yes, according to Libby, I will wake up Jakar next.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Jakar, you're awoken by a very large, masked individual.
How
Your
large
turn.
is he actually? Like taller than me, or?
Be 6'5".
I forgot how tall I am.
Can you hear Jakar clicking around to find out how tall Jakar is?
I'm 5
He's
feet.
5'11", I think.
You're 5 foot? Like, just 5 foot?
No, that makes no sense. But yeah, apparently.
Bad.
Yeah, you are. You
tiny.
They will be towering over you,
Short man.
waking you up.
Man, that changes a lot of the interactions I imagined previously. Yeah.
I just have the confidence of a very tall man.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Jakar was like 6'2" or some shit.
Yeah.
No wonder he couldn't catch someone.
Yeah, this is true. Wow.
I
Makes sense.
swear I was bigger. In spirit, at least.
Yeah, in spirit, definitely. Oh, definitely. This just changes things there.
According to your, because you've put it in centimeters, you would actually be 5'2".
Ah.
And
Still pretty short.
those 2 inches can make the difference. So
Indeed.
Well, I still got some room to grow.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're just as like you're a bit taller than me. I'm like a bit like you're yeah, but I'm the sorcerer. Yeah, whatever.
Also
I am
older than
curious
I
though, how tall is
realized.
Dimmy?
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
I'm also curious. I am curious though. How tall is Dimmy?
Like I don't know, 180. Not very tall. I don't know what that's like 6 foot, I guess.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
translate question
about
mark.
6
that's-
foot, I think.
180 centimeters?
Yeah.
5'9".
No, it's 5'11", I think.
Okay, well my
I think it's
No,
Google
5'11",
I don't
but whatever.
think so. I'm not sure.
Because I'm in real life I'm 178,
Technicalities.
and that's it. I think it's 5'10".
Okay, well Google Translate. Google Translate.
Okay, well,
Google
whatever.
is
Doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, it doesn't
just
matter.
under
Google,
6.
Google says approximately 5'10".
Yeah,
Cool.
but doesn't matter.
All right.
So like the same height as Hifrin.
I think I'll fly around the entire cave just to see what's
The cave?
area.
Okay. I was gonna say you wouldn't get far past the door, to be honest. Okay. As you have a look around, if you want to roll a perception check for me. Ah, bless me. Sorry about that. Whew. 25. Okay. As you look around, you too notice the mound off into the distance. But as you sort of make your way around and keep an eye out, how high are you flying?
Like above the statues.
Okay. As you look off into the distance, you see a flash of red light coming from the southwest. It just happens once. It's just one flash, and then nothing. As you sort of keep an eye out over in that direction. That happens maybe just a couple of minutes into your watch, and then it doesn't happen again. But other than that, nothing curious catches your eye. Nothing stands out to you. Nothing like that.
All right.
And is there anything that you're wanting to do on your watch? Except fly around and watch?
No. I think I'll just sit on top of the sword.
Alrighty. Easily done. Eventually your watch comes to an end. Everyone wakes up. Everyone gets the benefits of a long rest. So, hit points recovered, spell slots recovered, all of that good stuff. Brenna, were you just one exhaustion point?
I had 2.
You had 2, so you're right now? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But a new day ahead of you. What do you want to do?
We head out. Oh, actually, I will
Yeah.
ask.
I actually saw
Miss-
something.
Oh, what did you see?
I saw a red glowing light far into the distance, southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah.
That's the direction of Nara, kinda.
Hmm.
Zayo, you said that it's 3 weeks to Nara. What if we were to travel to Yamaman and take a boat to Chayo? Would that make it faster?
Adam, can you help?
Yeah. Roll a survival check. Zeo.
I'll try to help him. I'll get my map to help him.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say with advantage in that case then.
Okay.
And just to make sure that I, as the DM, understand, so Dimmy, what you're suggesting is Yaoman to Chayo and then Chayo to Nara, sorry?
Yeah, I mean
Is that what
that's
you-
the best we can do at this point, I guess.
Okay. Let me quickly. So that journey itself would, I'm going to say it would be 6 and 2 3s. It would be very the location where you are at the moment, you would essentially have to travel either over or make your way around to some extent the mountain range that you currently find yourself in the middle of. So would extend the journey on foot towards Yawaman.
All right. So there's not much point doing that. Best we can do is just go.
Yeah, I just want to leave. Really, just as quick
Okay.
as possible. Get to a town and have a whole week of drinking and just not doing anything.
Is
You
that
might want to
town
drink, but I'm.
Yeah, it takes 3 weeks to get to the towns.
right?
Yeah, I know, but
So I just
that
again,
drink is keeping me motivated.
sorry, just to jump in. There is a village between where you are and Nara. There's a couple actually, but the first one would probably take about a week to get to, if that. And that is
That doesn't significantly slow us down.
sorry.
Does that significantly slow us down as well?
No, it's essentially on the road. So, from where you are, you're probably better off getting on a road and heading southward towards Nara, anyways. So Umiwan is. I can move you over to Zhongli now. The map of Zhongli.
You do not own any tokens in this scene.
Oh really?
I am blind. I can't see anything.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's applying to everyone right now.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
All right, so where you are right now is approximately around in this location somewhere. And Nara being at the most southern part of the mountain down here.
X.
So you could travel this road over to Umiwan, and then maybe if you're, depending on what you want from your journey, you can either make the detour to Nambara and then Shamora and then follow the road to Nara, or you could travel off into the plains, sort of following the mountain range down south, and sort of cut across these plains here, which would drastically cut down the travel time rather than going to Nambara.
How dangerous would the plains be?
Probably is about as dangerous as any other part of Zhongli, which is to say, pretty dangerous. The plains are usually
It's
where
for us to worry about, though.
yeah, I mean the plains and open areas in terms of like nature, whether it be forests, plains, mountains, whatever it might be, lakes, are usually where the demons find themselves opening their gateways. They tend not to open in cities, though certainly not unheard of.
Then Zeo will suggest the way there, and he will also suggest that we take the way through the plains, because you guys seem capable, and we have the ability to destroy some demons on the way and close some gates.
Okay. Well, so we go to Umiwan first.
Seems the best idea. Could just town to rest then. Just out of the floor.
Alrighty. So you make your journey onto the road. Naturally, I feel like a lot of people are going to want to do some downtime stuff, during their camp or whatever it might be, which is fair and totally understandable. What I will do, just so we're not sitting here waiting for people to roll X amount of dice on your journey, I'll pick that up probably tomorrow or Saturday morning or something. I'll just come on and do your rolls for you, and I'll drop you a message telling you like what you were able to achieve. So what I would maybe do is, if anyone is wanting to move away from their normal downtime stuff, if they want to do something new, let me know via a message on Discord, and as I say, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, as I say, as you make your journey first towards Umuan, is anyone wanting to discuss anything, say anything, or achieve anything during this travel, whether it be on the travel itself or during the camp or anything like that?
Zay would like to strike up a conversation with Jakar because he saw him touch the sword. To ask him if he saw any visions.
I don't think I saw anything.
Zay will then look at you and say, I have. Vision of Krier reaching for his sword and reaching for 4 other places. To the sky, into the ocean, into a volcano. Sound familiar?
Not really. I saw something else before, but that
I as the DM, just want to clarify, were you meaning to speak to Jakar or Dimmy? Because Dimmy was the person who touched the sword.
Oh, did
He also didn't see me touch the sword.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. Okay, then never mind. I can take it back.
Okay.
Is there like the connection that I felt to Dimmy when I touched the sword?
The connection
Is it constant, or was it just?
It was just for that moment, for that split second. As I say, it lasted a second, and then it returned to normal.
Then Zeo would in the travels try to be to keep an eye on Dimmy or to see if anything out of the ordinary happens or any.
Do I notice he's watching me?
Well, first of all, Zeo, roll a perception check. Dimmy, roll a perception check. I'm pretty sure Zeo is probably not the most subtle person in this sense.
He is not the most stealthy person, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
more direct.
Yeah. So I would say, Dimmy, you definitely noticed this pretty early on in your travels that Zeo not necessarily sort of keeping an eye on you for negative reasons or anything like that. Just you notice that he's watching you. And I guess with that said, as you do notice him, what does Zeo notice about you throughout your travels?
Demi is on his best behavior to be the accurate Oran trader that he maybe is, but probably not. I would say that I could try to roll performance, and I have a pretty good chance of beating the 21.
Sure, if you want to go about that way, you certainly can. Yeah.
Oh no!
You know, you said the words that you had a good chance, and
Yeah.
You did say the words.
So potentially he might notice that after a few days, Demi a little bit forgets to do all of the things that he does, or maybe for a second forgets his accent or something like that. But yeah.
That was sort of not the thing that Zeo was trying to
What else
pursue.
are you going to notice?
I think that's why he would just ignore it.
Out of curiosity, just for my own sake, does anyone have their religious symbols on show other than Zeo? I imagine.
it's hidden away. I'm wearing my Akrantoran shit.
Yeah. Hifrin?
Hifrin always does have theirs on, but I believe I mentioned it before. It stays under, like it's there's like a couple, they have multiple layers on at all times, but it's under the outermost layer at all times, so they can basically they just have it's easily right there, so they can always grab it if they need to feel like I need it for spells and stuff like that, so they can always like just, it's there and they don't need to push through anything really.
Okay.
So the outline of it would be there, so it's very clear that they have a religious symbol. It's very clear that they are religious and stuff like that. On top of that, they have their every now and again they choose to sometimes, like over the week, maybe you might see them just pull off to the side and start talking to nothing. Maybe just out in the corner of maybe just off to the edge on watch, or just while bored throughout the day, just start talking to nothing. That's them basically praying to Brago. Being dumb about it, doing it however they feel, however they please.
I guess my intention for asking is it outwardly obvious that you worship a god that isn't Kriya upon the lands that only worship for Kriya is allowed?
They will not try to hide it. However, they won't try to hide that they do worship, but after having being studying in the language and stuff like that, they're learning of customs and cultures. They're deliberately keeping the symbol hidden, as to not out them in the sense that they do not follow Kriya.
Mhm.
So it's obvious that they are a follower of some god, but which is unclear.
Okay.
Though, of course, like I did mention, they're a bit chaotic, for lack of a better term, in their devotion, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. As you make your journey,
So wait a bit. Since I do notice that he's watching me, I'm gonna find a time when he's like off somewhere. I'm gonna gather whoever I can, but Jika for sure, and say, I think that guy knows something. What if he tells people that we're magic people?
I'm not.
Well, I am. I don't want to be hanged or whatever they do to magic people here.
Does he know that you're magic?
He's watching me all the time.
That doesn't mean that.
Why else is he watching me? Jika,
Maybe he likes you.
Jika, can you check him with your thing?
Who?
Leo, he's watching me.
You're super uncomfortable, are you?
Why is he watching me?
I don't know. He seems kind of religious freak. So I don't know. Something like the god have told him or something. I don't fucking know.
That's not any better. That god hates magic people.
I mean, I was gonna lie about it, honestly.
Oh, Jakar can do his thing anyways.
Okay. Me doing my thing. I'll use my soul and fight against Sayo, I guess.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. As you extend yourself and gaze upon the karmic value of your new companion, you sense a person who is walking the right path and has walked the right path and has certainly, for lack of a better term, certainly has karma on his side. A person who has done good in his life and strives to continue to do good.
Alright. Any weaknesses, vulnerability?
Wow.
No immunities, no resistances, no vulnerabilities. You now have advantage on attack rolls against them for the next 10 minutes.
It's on.
Gotta ask the important questions, right? Alright. Yeah, it seems pretty alright guy to me.
What does alright mean for you? You're like,
Um,
I mean, he's got you there. You literally eat people.
yeah. I mean,
But then again, I mean, who cares?
eh,
And everyone just like, if like at the time they probably were snacking on something, so they just kind of like take a
well,
bite out of whatever they're eating.
I think he's pretty similar as how I feel myself, I guess. Seems pretty alright.
so he like eats people and just believes in balance or whatever you believe in.
I don't believe in balance.
Oh, what was it that? What was your thing?
You mean karma?
Yeah, isn't it like anything goes?
Isn't karma kind of a balance? And but like, okay,
No.
so okay, Demi. So you are afraid of, or not afraid, but since he's a follower of Kira, you're like, oh yeah, we should be careful around him because you guys are magic users.
Yeah, I can't travel with him for like 3 weeks and keep pretending. It's not gonna work out. I don't have that much patience.
Then we just like, okay, listen up. We don't believe in Korea. We don't come from here. We use magic. Deal with it.
I mean,
It's
he already
not-
knows we don't come from here, so
Yeah, but like, it's not that hard to recognize that other parts of the world has different customs. So why?
Okay. We'll have to tell him then, and if he wants to fight us, we'll Bujika can eat him for like.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
you can?
Yes.
If he fights us, yes.
If he attacks us first,
yeah, only that.
you can eat it.
Did he give his consent?
If he attacks us,
Well,
probably doesn't need to. Don't know.
Okay.
I mean, oh shit,
Oh, wow, okay.
that was loud.
I would say attacking us implies consent to being eaten. That's
Yeah,
reasonable.
but like, if it's dead, right? You can't like. There's no consent involved. But like, okay,
Yeah,
I don't see the problem because like he can't do anything other than like attack us, which would be a very stupid idea of him to
Yeah,
attack
but
us.
we need to be sure that when we get to
Oh.
like Naro or another city, he isn't just gonna rat us out.
Okay, then we can talk to him before that.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
Talk to
he's
him.
just gonna go
vulnerable
tell him
against
now.
anything,
And everyone
that's all
starts
I
walking
know.
away.
Okay.
Go
But
chat
I
up
guess
there.
we'll go talk to him before we get
Yeah, let's
to
talk to
town,
him.
I
Yeah,
guess. Or
might as well do
yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
I was already going.
Oh, bring him over so we can all talk to him.
And Hifrid just
Obliv-
approaches Zayo,
obliviously.
doing whatever he's doing.
Obliviously doing some attaching some armor.
They just like reach up and poke his shoulder. Hey, big guy.
Yes?
What'd you say your name was again? Zayo?
Zeo, yes.
Cool. Guess what?
Don't come.
What?
Come here. I got something to tell you. And they motion him over towards the rest of the group.
So we'll come along.
Meeting up with the rest of the group, of course.
Mhm.
Hifrin immediately just says, you know we're not from here, right? So we ain't got the same stuff. They and then they proceed to reach their hand under their they reach their hand into their outer vestments and pull their religious symbol out of Brago. Very obviously, it's not clear. It's not even attempting to mask itself and look that way. And they just look at him. We worship different gods.
I guess
We use different magic.
Yeah. Demi reaches out his hand and kind of bends his 4 fingers, having the 4 elements manifest himself on each one of them, and just kind of spreads it back out, disappears them. And not only gods, perhaps.
I have neither. I don't worship a god and I don't use magic, so I am safe.
Well, yeah, you just yell at
thanks for
everything.
the backup, Brenna.
Well, okay. So so here's the thing.
What's the worst that
We
could happen?
we don't want you to go around town talking about us like whatever you think about us, like yeah, that we
I mean,
some of us
Anyway.
use magic and some of us believe in different gods.
what do you think? Why do you think I always follow? I blanked on Sabo's name.
Akrin?
Radimir. Why do you think I always follow Radimir?
Zeo will like narrow his eyes at your symbols.
So I don't like talk too much.
So I just want to step in for a little bit of lore, just a tiny lore dump for Zayo's sake. You would recognize the symbol of Brago. You don't need to roll for it. The reason that you recognize it is because Brago is one of the 10 old gods, and is by extension one of the countries of the continent that you're from, being Surlia. One of the countries represents Brago. There's a country for each of the old gods. Your country, Zhongli, being of Korea, and one of the other countries being of Brago. So you would understand, and although there is somewhat a political conflict, there's sort of back and forth sometimes. There's never really war between the countries, and there is a council that rules the continent of the continent of Surlia, one member from each country representing one of the old gods. So there wouldn't necessarily, I mean, obviously play your character as you wish, but there wouldn't be an innate like hatred for another worshipper. It would just be strange to see another worshipper, especially of one of the other 10 old gods, in Zhongli. It would be more so a case of that. But obviously, as I say, play your character as you wish. Just there wouldn't be an expected or trained hatred towards the other gods.
Yeah, but as far as I know, magic from other sources is not allowed, or how is it perceived?
Yeah, so there's nothing stopping someone who is capable of the arcane or magic stepping foot in Zhongli. They are just told and they are expected that to follow the rules of the land, which is to not use that magic. So to be magical and to utilize the magic are two different things. So from your perspective, you know, Dimmy hasn't necessarily broken any laws by existing in the way that he is. But if he was to then utilize that magic, then we're, at least as the cities are concerned, and as the sort of political entities that exist in these in this country are concerned, then yes, they would be then breaking the law.
So after you would show Zeo these symbols, Zeo would narrow his eyes, and would say there is nothing wrong with symbols of distant gods. Tell me, what were you really doing at the Titan Sorrow? As
Pippin looks over at
we're
Dimmy
being
for
honest
like
at the moment.
confirmation that we can share this.
Well, yes. What's the point? We went to see the Titans' place.
We've spoken to them before. We've interacted with them, you could say. They're not
Yeah,
just the
sort
Brazier's
of.
friend.
Vision. Yeah.
Got a bit more than just light and healing coming out of these hands. Those Titans, they've got some serious crap behind them. But
What happened at this point?
well,
Well,
And-
I guess the Titans were.
They were complaining that they're locked away and they wanted us to let them out.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. And well, that's why the Braziers are alight. We went through that mountain.
I mean, we didn't light those braziers. We don't know that necessarily, but probably.
well, it would make
We
sense.
Lit every other bracer that was
We
before
lit-
it.
We were in the mountain, and there was some other. They told us to light some stuff, and there was shit ton of enemies we had to fight, and
Nearly died a couple times.
yeah, and I totally had to use all the magic that we had, and
I'm not
you know, you
continuing
want to
to use
take
it,
us
you
through
can
those plains, yeah. I'm if I'm gonna have to defend myself, I'm gonna use what I have. So either you're gonna have to deal with it, or you know, we can't really travel.
Zeo would
He's right.
glance over you. He would say, a vision led me to the site. A vision of 4 braziers being lit, of the elements combining into Krier, and Krier holding the sword, Kaseki. I believe we are tied by fate.
Oh.
For me, Krier has given me a sign that you are welcome in this land. Although for other inhabitants, I cannot say about how they would react.
Then just
I have
keep it low with the others, and yeah, I'm not exactly going around flashing.
Yeah.
I have my
and at
reservations,
this point,
but I believe it is best if we continue our journey as individuals with our own powers and use them, but I would be careful when others are nearby.
Yes.
During this conversation, Demi is talking in his normal voice and not doing the southern accent and shit. So it's like, yeah, well, as you noticed, I am very careful.
Sometimes it's flipped.
I'm not.
Yeah, well, I don't spend 3 days with somebody usually, or more.
Yeah, you got that.
I believe Peter wants us to continue.
Yeah, this is
On our
gonna be a
paths
long journey.
together?
So.
Well,
I don't know. It seems like we're done with. They asked us to light the shit and let them out. We lit the shit and let them out.
did they say?
Well, not exactly.
Is there like
Did we?
Hmm?
other locations
What?
as well?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What other location?
Did we? I mean,
didn't-
I didn't see.
Oh, did we hear that? Did we hear the conversation you had with?
No.
No, I know we didn't.
Oh, okay,
but,
okay, we
I
didn't
was
hear
just
that.
like,
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah,
Then
I
we
forgot
don't know.
Difference
that
thought
was,
would have been. Difference thought would have been if you wouldn't mind. Well, never mind. Hold on. Shut up. I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up for now.
Well, I guess then we're done. But
Zeo,
what next
Zeo.
then?
Queer also showed me a vision of him reaching out for other swords. Reaching into the ocean, reaching into the sky, and into a volcano.
There's-
And that was in your presence, so I believe.
In this ocean, sky, and into a volcano?
Yes.
But say, like, not that I am a person of faith, but why are we just focusing on Kriya? Like, what's happening here? Why is Kriya wanting us? And like, I don't know. I don't want to be forced by a god to believe in them. So
We didn't even come here for Korea. We came here
Yeah.
for the Titans, and
what does
we
the
weren't even
gods have
sure
to
we should
do?
let them out in the first place.
But what does the gods have to do with it?
Ah, I have no idea.
All I know is that we got contacted totally by some titans saying to come here and free them, I guess. And that's what we've done. And
Maybe connected to the queer or the swords?
Random question, by the way. Where are we exactly on the map currently?
we are heading to
Yeah. I imagine this conversation be happening whether on a random night or throughout a couple of conversations.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were around in this area over here, and you're making the journey on this road towards Umiwan.
it's just weird that all of a sudden the gods or a god has something to do with this.
I'm also not sure of why or of the intentions.
Was
But I
Kriya the
believe-
one that trapped the Titans? Or was the Titans here before the gods? Or I don't know anything about this. I'm just bringing up theories.
History is not my strongest part.
I mean, they said that someone trapped them. They actually said that the one who trapped them was going to be on the other side of the door, and on the other side of the door was that big ass demon with the huge ass spear.
Yeah, but it seems, I don't know. It just seems very strange that demon trapped 4 fucking
Yeah.
Titans.
That I do agree. It seems really strange that he would have trapped those Titans, God knows how long ago, and he's just sitting there like an idiot, waiting for something.
But that site was visited before, and that demon was not there.
How long was this?
Within 1 year.
Okay. So
So
you've been
he
there
just
fairly
randomly-
recently.
Yeah, and I assume the Titans have been sealed away for quite a long time.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Do I know anything about like if the Titans came first and before the gods or something like that?
Roll a history check.
Well, I'm proficient at that.
Hey, yeah. I will also remind you that, of course, the Titan's existence was merely a tale.
Wait, do I have disadvantage since I'm technically been a couple of days?
Actually, yeah, we'll say that your exhaustion is gone.
Yeah.
So what was your first roll on there? That was actually a 19 plus 3.
Yeah.
So that would be a 22. So yeah, I guess as I was about to say there, the Titan's existence was merely rumor, tale, legend. It wasn't anything that is factually acknowledged, at least by the teachings on the continent of Almiri, which is where Brenna you are from. So from your perspective, you would understand that, you know, Kriya, or at least how it is told in the history books, Kriya warred with Orn. So Kriya, the god of strength and war, Orn, the god of life and nature, warred cosmically, and as they warred, they created the plane of Ulvania. It was merely a consequence of their war. And by extension, Orn created the elves, Kriya created the humans, and in their place of war, the humans and elves warred in their place. With that said, there is nothing, as I say, historically written factually about the Titans, so whether they came before the gods or whether they came after the gods is difficult to determine. Whether you believe or it is acknowledged that the creation of the world by yourself is true or not, because all of the writings regarding at least what you would have been told on Almiri and what you would have found in a library, for example, is all written, signed off by the Mages Guild.
And nothing like stories and folk tales and stuff about Titans.
Yeah, there's tales, especially on Almiri, in regards to the mountain range that cuts through the many nations of that continent. To the north, you have Ereveron. To the south, you have Ve'elen. Ereveron being humans, Ve'elen being elves, and there is a mountain that cuts through the center called the Shattered Spine. It is believed and told, and as I say, there's legends sort of written and told about it, that was once a Titan, which was killed, fell, and basically whittled away until only its spine was left behind, creating the Shattered Spine.
So nothing about like how Titans were created, for example, or something like that.
2 minutes. 22. No, nothing specific in that sense. Nothing regarding the creation of the Titans. Mostly only their demise. And that they had left certain... Well, I'll call them scars. So they've left certain scars. From the tales that you were told, you imagine Titan Sorrow was one of those. Much like is the Shattered Spine. As for any others, you're not too sure about.
Okay. Well, it just brings
And I guess whilst you're thinking for a second, just as a reminder, there was a depiction of Kriya at that site, which represented him. Sorry, there wasn't a depiction at the site, but when you got to the site, there was a depiction of it symbolized as Kriya, and I believe I said last week, but obviously there's been a week, so I don't necessarily expect anyone to remember it exactly. But the usual depictions of Kriya is that one of his four hands are holding the elements. So one would be holding air, one would be holding fire, one would be holding water, one would be holding earth.
what if the Titans is just a physical embodiment of Kriya? Because like each Titan has their own element, and Kriya has his own, like all the elements and stuff. What, like?
Aren't they just They're the physical forms of the elements.
Well, that doesn't. I don't think that does really matter if they are a representation of the elements. It's just that Korea has also each element, and each of the titans as.
Yeah. Who knows?
Whatever you did at the site, it looked like it pleased Krier, or at least I got a very good feeling meditating in the activated site.
We could have asked these questions to the Titans directly when we were there, to be honest.
They weren't really talking to us after we left the cave.
Yeah, that's true.
We
Well-
can still ask them.
Yeah, you're the talker.
I can try to ask them later, maybe.
Try to find
Later.
the door again.
I mean, I can't just do it on command.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
not?
I've never done it. And
Well, you've been like the main talker to the Titans.
yeah, well, they were talking to us just like that. Hey, Therum, you hear me? Are you embodiment of Kriya or something?
Wasn't one of them like part of the?
It's not responding.
Well, I don't know.
See, I need to try to figure it out to talk to him. All right, I'll try.
I mean, you could try eating some dirt.
I need to eat it, pretty sure. But I do need to be in some place where some special dirt place, probably, or some
dirt.
special rock place. I don't know. Maybe that stupid mountain that was on the other side of Titan Sorrow that's gonna take ages to go back to.
Well, I have no idea.
I still don't know if it was good to let them out. So they're
At
gonna.
least we nearly killed a very mean-looking demon.
Yeah, and they didn't really help us.
Yeah, but like.
They were like, "Oh,
Credit
let
is
us
due.
out. We'll protect this world from scary bone dragons or whatever it was." And then, as soon as we let them out, they just peace out.
Maybe they were just eager to get out and been trapped for millions of years.
Maybe.
Dragons?
Oh yeah, Dragonstone, I think.
Oh, but yeah, we saw some vision with a bony dead dragon, something like that.
Dragons are long gone.
Not
Should be.
that one, or not the vision of that one. I think the Titan said that it might be coming back or something like that. They were all like, "Oh, the scary dead bone dragon's coming back. You need to free us so we can fight it."
Did they say anything more?
Not really.
Huh.
They didn't say when, just more that was like inevitable. More that like it didn't. They wanted to be around and out before it happened. They didn't give it when, just that it was going to. Something about
Who knows? It might still take like 1,000 years. So
I mean, that's just good. No, I won't. Oh yeah, no, I won't be around.
I mean,
Well, if dragons do
I might.
appear, Nara would be the safest place to be. Nara was never conquered by the dragons.
Well,
You've
I
fought
think, to
dragons
be
before?
fair, I have a much safer place from a dragon. Because I am from Fjell, and that's basically just underground. And a dragon
Yep.
flies, right? So,
Do you know what dragons like to do?
no.
They like to go into caves and make their nest there.
Well, then the dragon is spoiled for choice, I guess. I don't know.
Let's hope he doesn't choose the wrong mountain.
Yeah. Yes.
And with that said, as Brenna accepts the fate of her potential people, you continue your journey to Umiwan. After a week or so of travel, you feel the tiredness and exhaustion of the road that you would naturally feel, hoping to soon and one day feel the comforts of a bed, and to enjoy the warmth of a fire-lit tavern or inn. You eventually spot the city off in the distance. Something to note about Umiwan is that it is not a walled town, village, but there are bridges that connect four small, well, I say small, 4 mounds, some going over the river Fukai that sort of cuts through the center of the village. Approaching from the north, you do indeed approach the village, and as you do, there are sort of guards, though they look more akin to perhaps hunters or rangers, as they sort of find themselves on the outskirts of the city proper or the village proper. They sort of look to you, and in a foreign language to all of you, I would say Hifrin notices this. Zeo is obviously fluent in Zhonglian, but they sort of look to you as a group, and as I say in Zhonglian, just say, "Hello, welcome. Welcome to Umiwan."
Hi.
They will say, "Greetings, guards.
Oh,
We wish to visit your inn. We have some far travelers."
Of course. You are travelers from, well, apart from yourself, of course, travelers from
Akrentor.
Akrentor. And at this point, they have transitioned into common and the sort of world language of quote unquote common, where they sort of ponder for a moment. Do not believe that we have had Akrentorians come to our great city, at least in the years that I have lived here. Welcome, welcome. What is your business here? Apart from finding a nice warm inn.
Yeah, we're gonna rest. It's been a long journey.
Alright.
We're traveling to Nara. My associate here, Brenna, is an expert blacksmith and was interested in the metals that city is so famous for.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Out of curiosity, have you worked with Narian steel before? As he sort of draws his attention towards you, Brenna.
No.
It is, at least from the tales I have heard, different and perhaps difficult to master, but if what your friend here says is true, then you should have no problems.
I've certainly worked with difficult metals before, so...
Well, if you're heading to Nari, you say, I would highly recommend reaching out to the smith there. He is a good friend of mine, a master of Narian steel. He will help you find your feet with the steel and help you. His name is Taki.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Other than that, if you have gold to spend, then I would highly recommend the Oken Square. And he sort of points over to his left as he looks towards you, but it's over in this direction over here.
Did you say the name was again?
For the smith,
Yeah.
Taki, Taki.
Okay.
Got a library around here? Something like it.
A library, a place of reading. Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Your
That's what you got.
best place for such curiosities would be the Kureji Tower. And he sort of points into the center of the city, and you do see a tower that sort of stands taller than the rest of the buildings here that are on the sort of ground level, not on a mound. He sort of points over to the tower, which, as I say, looms over the rest of the buildings. A curious sort of the land operates from the druid, as they call them. They have a place of public knowledge and learning available for all.
I should definitely talk to that. I should definitely talk to them. We get a few pointers. I'm a druid myself, actually, but not conventionally.
Oh.
Wait, what? You. When did you become a druid?
Literally, when I went on my little monologue about
I think
their
that was
watch.
I think that was in character.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, my bad, my bad. Heffron just winks over at Brenna.
What the?
I did say a little.
How does that work?
I did not realize that you could decide to be a druid. Perhaps I am now a druid, and the ranger sort of swipes up some dirt from the ground and sort of plays with it in their hand.
Oh yes. Excellent.
laughs.
You make an
Everyone just-
excellent druid, so
Thank you.
Yeah, I
thank
think you should focus on that. Maybe quit this guard post and
Oh, this is.
become a.
I am a representative of Umiwan to a degree, but there is no official guard here other than the Narian guard that call themselves protectors here that the daimyo has sent this way for protection against demons and such. But no official guard of Umiwan. I am certainly not it. I am merely a capable local.
You do stand guard.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess to that degree, yes. I am not
Yeah.
paid for this, though.
Oh, okay.
But regardless, again, if you require some place to stay, I recommend the Okena Square. It is rather pricey there. Otherwise, there are plenty of inns and taverns within the city itself. If you require trade, the Suda Center is the place to be. There you will find also the Kureji Tower, which you will find your knowledge. There are many traders, markets here. You will find use of them all, I'm sure. And it seems as though you might have a story or thing to sell yourself, so I'm sure you'll find a place for that. And his attention draws more so to Zio at this point. If you require to show your respects to Kriya, then I'm sure you are aware of where the temple is. Sort of points over to the sort of right direction of where he stands, over in this direction. And I would say that Zeo, it's expected and it would be accepted that you've probably passed through this village many times, and you probably did when you were heading up towards where you met the party.
And the guard stationed from Nara, that's the feathered Yoroi?
No, these. So there's a slight difference. The feathered Yoroi are slightly more mercenary in their way. They're paid officially by cities and villages and towns to protect and to defend. They're almost like a hired guard, shall we say, whereas the Narian are almost like they're standby military to a certain degree. The Narian guard would that's essentially their job, being sort of part of the Nara city and sort of hired through the daimyo there. They are hired, chosen, trained by Nara, whereas the feathered Yoroi is more private, like a private contracting type thing.
Thanks.
I will say that you can feel free to say that you've had stints in certain villages, Umiwan being included, where you may have been sent there to protect or defend, whatever it might be.
When we are alone with the party, I will tell them again to keep their magics and worship private, if possible, not to draw too much attention.
I will go to the nearest inn, wherever
Alrighty.
that is.
Yeah, as soon as you enter, not that there's anything to enter, but as you sort of follow the road, and sort of find your way entering into the village past buildings, this building right here, the second building that you come across on your right, does look to be a tavern of some sorts. There's a sort of an area out front where there's seating and there's people sat there drinking what looks like wine, sharing a bottle. As you sort of move by, it does look like a place of drinking and potentially eating as well.
Zayo, will we be safe if we drink until we pass out in here?
To my knowledge, this is a very good time. Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
I open up and just barge in.
I'll go with Brenham.
Ifrin
Alright.
proceeds to walk straight past, completely ignoring the tavern. Y'all have fun. I'm going to read.
Expected.
They will go in with the tavern party.
Tavern party. As you enter, although before Hifrin moves by, the symbol of it might be of interest. As you move by or look towards the tavern, the symbol upon it, the sort of symbol of the tavern, looks to be an open book, and placed on that book is a sort of tankard of some sort of, you presume, alcoholic beverage.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
Zeo, as you approach, you do recognize the place. You've been here before. It's a place that attracts passerbys because it's so close to the entrance/exit of the village. You recognize the name of it being the Tome Tavern. Tome, as in tome, like this. And as
Is
you
it famous for anything, or is it like?
there's actually a sort of built-in sort of quote-unquote book trade that occurs. So there's like a small library of books inside, and it's sort of acknowledged by locals that you sort of, if you take a book, you leave a book. So there's always like a sort of top up of books available, and if you are to take one, then you should be there to leave a book as well. Famous is a strong word, but that is what it's known for. Other than that, it's it's a respectable place to get drunk.
I will convey that to the party if they're interested in books.
I mean, Hifrin wouldn't have tried to hide their obsession. It's literally like they just like they likely while traveling, some resting and such, they would be studying and things like that. So likely would have been known and such. So yes.
I would have say that before you would head off.
Yeah. Fine, I guess.
You
I guess
think
the
we
big knowledge tower can wait for the nerds.
You think
Woo!
we should pick up a book on learning how to cook, maybe?
I don't need to cook.
Nah, I mean, I want to learn how to cook.
Why?
You
Yeah,
cooking.
sounds interesting.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's go.
I
Why not?
tasted. I can't remember what, but I did taste something that he ate, and it wasn't. I think it could have done with a bit of cooking. So, it's me.
I mean,
I
I
guess-
think it would be useful since none of us can cook. So
I know how to cook. I haven't got taught by my mother to do that, but I just haven't.
I mean, I've been taught.
Mom always
by
tried to
aunt,
teach me to
but-
cook, but she never could.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of hard to cook like a full meal when you're out on the road.
Why?
When you just have like meat
everywhere.
and just a fire. You don't really have like little potatoes and some meat and just some sauce and some, I don't know, beetroots. You just get meat.
You could just throw something together like snake or some herbs and stuff.
Well, that's true. But I haven't been very.
Hello, are you
experimental.
staying or going?
Yeah. Well, we're staying. I put down 20 gold on the counter.
Ah, wow. Okay.
We're staying for a while.
It seems so. It seems so. We have a lot of foods for you. Are you wanting something substantial, or do you just want something to nibble on, shall we say, or something to share, perhaps, with your party of
Bring out-
curious sorts?
Your best dishes.
Oh,
And a lot of drinks.
a lot of drinks. Are we talking
Lot.
lagers and ales? Are we talking wines, rums, or whiskies?
Yes.
All
Yes.
of the above. All right. I'm pretty sure this gold will get you far enough with that, for sure. All right, you
Doesn't know
got.
if we go over our tab, I guess.
Oh, of course. To be honest, you would be rather hungry and thirsty, shall we say, to go over your tab with 20 gold. So,
Wow. I
rest
don't think
assured.
you've seen me eat yet, so.
This is true. I have not, and I hope you enjoy what I provide. Please take a seat, enjoy the warmth of the tavern, and by all means, have a read. And the gentleman, a human older male who, whilst talking, is sort of fiddling with a ring that sits on his finger, sort of grey hair, sort of pulled back and tied in a knot at the back. This sort of greying, stubbly beard, and as he sort of gestures over to a wall which is just covered in books.
Ifrin immediately gravitates towards it.
Yeah. I mean, he has a nice ring, so.
Nope, the books. The wall.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to visit the wall.
Going to visit the guy with the nice looking ring.
I mean, you're talking to him right now. He's the one that's talking to you.
Oh, I thought you said he's sitting to the side of us.
No, he the one that was talking to you was the one that was, whilst he was talking, he was fiddling with his ring.
Oh, okay.
But as he sort of gestures and sort of suggests that you can take a seat, he looks over to a young boy and well, not young boy, but a young man who you can tell has some relation to him. There's certainly a physical resemblance there, and he just says, "Koshi, round everything up, all the drinks, all the food, all the meats, all the vegetables, everything that you can conjure. Conjure it now, as we have new visitors, outsiders, new to the lands, it seems, at least. Please, give him everything you've got." He gives a cheeky smirk to the young man, and the young man, presumably named Koshi, sort of nods and bows and just says, Of course, I will bring it out to you all shortly, of course. Bear with me, enjoy your drinks when they come, enjoy your food when they come. I'll be right with you."
Everyone is so polite everywhere I've been. Why? Why is everyone so polite?
As I keep putting down a shit ton of gold everywhere we go.
Oh, yeah, that will do, I guess.
I mean, also, it's kind of normal around here. Show respect to everyone.
Hierarchy and respect.
Yeah,
Text is
Keystone of the
relative.
culture.
you think you could take a look to find a book about like cooking for dummies or something?
Cooking for dummies. Well,
I mean, there's a whole wall. Wanna go look?
uh,
Says,
Yeah, sure.
all right, cool. And
uh,
Piffrin
I
heads
could
up
probably,
immediately just runs straight over to the wall.
I could probably teach you something, Jakar. I know like the basics.
I want to see him with a book. I'm actually curious if he can read
That's
it.
true.
I'm really curious if he can read it.
Yeah, he's probably
I mean, we have,
Maybe a picture book for cooking.
we have books where I come from, so
Oh,
Are you sure?
we aren't
I mean,
dumb.
I was stuck in my dad's library for weeks on end. I love reading.
yeah, but you're not Jakar. I
Jakar
know
is
you
just
can
a
read.
face.
We carve stuff, you know.
Yeah, like Stickman?
Do-
And, oh,
No?
or more advanced. Stick
No, like
birds.
actual language on
Oh.
top,
Oh,
on like rocks and stuff.
Okay.
they don't like.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not saying this to be mean, but you don't really have books, but you have written languages.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we have books somewhere.
But-
I mean,
But wait, Jakar, like how was your home? Like what? Is it like tribal? Is it like what? How?
yeah, it's a tribe, yeah, or like a sect,
So
but yeah.
So you like in the woods only with woods and stones and not metal and stuff like that, or
I mean, we have armor and stuff like that, but I mean,
so you have
we
metal?
pass on knowledge, so
Okay. But like you are like you're not like a city in the technical terms.
no, more like a village.
Oh. Okay.
Not nearly as big as like this city.
Well,
Imagine like 150 members or something.
150 members. That is not that many.
So yeah, a village.
Yeah. But as I said, Jakar, I could teach you.
All right.
I used to cook for my mother a lot. So I know how to.
Okay, I'll try and give my own spin to it.
Well, but you could. I don't think it's gonna hurt if you're gonna see if you can find a book. But you can't just take a book here. I don't think. So you should read up on it now and see how much information you get. Anyways, when is the drink coming?
As you discuss food, Hifrin, if you want to roll an investigation check as you check out the wall of books.
I gotta get to my keyboard and tell my partner to be quiet.
So, yeah, I'll go with Hifrin to look around for some books.
That a investigation check?
Yeah.
If I can find my buttons, I will do that.
Whoa. It's a good 4, Jakar.
I'm
Jakar,
not very good at finding this stuff, you know.
Jakar, as you look around the books, they all seem to be in a language that you don't really understand. It's a little bit overwhelming because it's just a wall of either colors or texts that, as I say, you don't understand. So you sort of take a step back and you can't really find anything of use, especially relating to cooking.
That's my role.
As Hifrin, as you look over the wall of text, you are actually able to find one single book that is in common. That essentially isn't in Zhonglian. You find a book that is called Detestable Daughters of Ruin.
That's an awesome title.
Kind of squints at it and picks it up, takes a quick look over it. Says,
It's quite. Sorry, go on.
Just picks it up and starts looking at it like, wonder what this is.
It's quite a heavy book. As you look at it, you wouldn't be surprised if it had 1,000 pages to it. And as you sort of look at it, it seems to depict a sort of like on the face of it, it seems to depict this sort of demonic creature, sort of lanky limbs, sort of horned head, pointed chin, pointed brow. Very sort of demonic in its design, and generally as you look at it, it feels and looks like a new book. It doesn't look like a lot of these books are sort of weathered and worn and very used. This one looks barely touched.
Seems you found something very ominous.
Looks it over and reads the title. You know, takes a look at the first page and does a little bit of a nah, and immediately puts it back on the shelf and starts looking at everything in the completely different language they do not fully understand, and starts saying, "Do I know any of these words?"
Okay,
Like,
do me a
just kinda
favor.
like,
Roll a wisdom save.
Let me do that.
Wisdom save.
All right.
Oh.
As you go and go to place the book back, there's this urge for just a split second. Oh, actually, maybe it's nah, and then you do indeed place it back.
I mean, I saw Hifrin place the book back, right? And that's
Yeah.
the only book I can actually sort of read.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I take that book, since that's the only book.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you pick up the Detestable Daughters of Ruin, as described before.
Can I take it to the table?
Sure.
Okay.
Like, how big is it? Like,
It's a large
it's like
book. As I say,
is it like
it's
Bible thick?
yeah. I mean, as I say, it's pushing 1,000 pages, so it's
Yeah, that's really
pretty thick.
Yeah.
As I would
I
say,
don't have any
it's hella big.
It's hella big.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Does it like plunk on the table when you
Oh yeah.
put it
Yeah.
down?
If it had dust on it, it would go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I take it to the table and start reading it.
I don't think that's about cooking, man. That
Hey.
doesn't.
It's the only book that looked readable.
Oh. Oh.
I thought I'd give it a look.
Maybe there's some hints of cooking if it's like a story. I don't know. There's like, oh yeah, the main guy was in the kitchen trying to cook this and that and that and this, and
I read the title on the first page.
Alrighty, yeah. The book seems to be a tale, and it represents itself as a true tale, a true story. It introduces the idea of 4 demonic sisters, who were the origin demons who tore open the gateways between this realm, this plane, and the plane that they originate from, the hells and such.
I think at this point, me and Bren are getting just drunk.
Yeah, I would say at this point the goods have arrived, shall we say. There are plenty of wines. There are like 5 or 6 different wines that you have access to. There are a bunch of ales, probably around 10 different ales. One in particular that probably stands out to Brenna, being the specifically they're all nicely titled and labeled for you, so you can pick and choose and have little tasters of them. One in particular that stands out to you is the Grey Scabbard Lager. The reason it stands out to you is that you know that this ale is actually brewed and originates. Sorry, this lager is brewed and originates from Fokar. The rest are a little bit foreign to you, but there's a cider called the Celestial Shadow, and then there's a bunch of liquors and whiskies. You can basically all get drunk and drink to your heart's content. There's food in there. There's a couple of starters, some jerky strips, some potato-based like wedges or chip-like things. There's some crammed peppers. There's all sorts.
Okay. Good.
And I guess just to mention for Jakar's sake, because obviously he is a meat person, there is some rabbit there available, though it is sort of darker and almost blackened, not burnt, but it certainly has taken on a darker tone. There is also some mystery meat. Sorry, what was that?
Is it like smoked meat?
Yeah, you would assume so by the way that it looks, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There is a mystery meat that doesn't really have any particular label to it, but has definitely different types of meat amongst this sort of platter of meats. And then there is some pan-fried pork as well.
Of course, I'm gonna try the mystery meat first.
Yeah, there's some that are sort of. It's unfortunately for Jakar, maybe it's all been cooked. Some less cooked than other bits, so you are able to enjoy to your heart's content, as I say.
Yeah, I'm a rare guy.
Yeah, very rare.
Well, so okay, we are going to Nara and find some metal and what I like to know what we're doing. What are we doing when we get there?
Oh,
What? Yeah, I get some samples. I get to talk with the guy. But
I thought you wanted to do some of your crafting.
Yeah, sure. I do, but like I can just.
Well, you need to stay at a kind of a town with a forge for a while, right? You can't just craft when we keep shipping around. So
yeah, but like
do that.
Where are we? Is that it? Are we going somewhere when I'm done there?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll see you when you're done. I mean, that's gonna be in a couple of months. We've got to get there and then take that's gonna take another 2 weeks or whatever, and
No.
however long we spend in Nara. We'll see where we go then.
Yeah.
Nara is a
But-
nice place to visit.
Have you
About to
been?
see.
I don't know. I presume that you've been all around, but where have you been? Yeah, yellow, yellow. I don't know why I called it
Zayo.
that. Sayo.
I've been mainly stationed in Nara.
Yeah.
I was part of a mercenary group there, the Feathered Yoroi. And then Zayo will be a bit tipsy and he'll just start like talking about military tactics as if it's extremely interesting. And talking about like when they were fighting demons there and there around like neighborhood villages. And yeah, nothing. If it's interesting for you.
Jimmy is gonna
Oh.
just keep drinking
Yeah.
until it gets interesting.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm just gonna drink.
And then he's going, oh yeah, you got the... How many demons did you say?
Yeah, it was 20 that time, and then
20 demons. Oh, that's a
yeah,
lot of
20.
demons. Did you have any of those big ones with wings?
There were many, of course.
Oh.
Those are the favorites. When you kick them out of the sky, it's amazing.
Did you like? Did they come out of like a portal or just?
Portals every time portals. You
Yeah,
have to
but
close
like
them.
so you managed to close the portal, right?
Yeah, you need the Nara metal,
Yeah.
and you stick it into the portal. You hold it there.
Yeah.
Well, we had some
Closes.
demons attack us without a portal.
Yeah, they just showed up.
There
They
was
just
a
like
portal
flew
nearby.
there.
Yeah.
We're in the sky. I don't know.
Yeah,
There was a portal nearby.
We were in
No.
the sky.
We're on the airship, and then just suddenly
Yeah, in the
started
sky.
raining blood, and it's just a lot of demons, and that was a hard fight.
Never heard of a bloody rain before. How were you traveling for the sky airship?
Yeah. You know that
Or-
guy we mentioned where like he didn't fly? So we were gonna get off the airship, but the airship couldn't land anywhere. So we had to jump. And none of the things like it's like a backpack and you pull the trigger and then it's just a big sheet come out. None of them worked except one. And I tried to I was holding him, but like the force of falling and then suddenly not falling as fast is very hard, so I managed to let go of him, and then he fell.
Funny story.
That wasn't very funny for him.
No, I don't think
You
so.
should have seen him afterwards. It was pretty sad.
In the middle of everyone talking, like, and Hifrin having inspected the wall a good bit, maybe just took a random book and decided, I've got one too many of these, and just decided to leave an older journal of theirs on the wall. After hearing what Zayo had mentioned about take a book, leave a book. Respecting that, they decided to just drop a journal on the wall, take one, drop it in their bag, and head back over to the innkeep and say, "Hey, question for you.
Yes. Hello.
Got any house drinks? Real special stuff?"
I've gave you every drink in this place over there. Gestures back to your table.
Yeah, but I mean like special stuff. They wink and drop 5 extra gold onto the table in front of them.
Well, thank you. Slowly slides the gold over and sort of slides it off the table onto his hands, under his hand, and just says, "Thank you for the tip. Truly, all of my drinks that are in this place are on your table." But thank you for the gold.
Alright. Fair enough. Oh, and, you got any rooms either? Or no?
Oh, yes. Yes, we do have rooms. They're... Depending on what you are you wanting just a room by yourself, or...
You'll talk to them later. I'll take one for me.
All right. Well, the rooms for the single rooms are just 1 silver piece for the night. Obviously, it gets a little bit more complicated if you're having more people, but by all means, let me know what you want, and I'll tell you the price.
And just looks over at the table and just counts each person like 1 for each of us.
All right.
Enough of that?
That's fine. Yes. Sort of starts brushing through a sort of book. Probably is where he keeps all the ins and outs of people staying. We only have 3 rooms available. It seems single rooms. There
I don't
is
think any of these guys are gonna want to share. So I mean,
well, there
I'll take all 3 of them.
there are 2 rooms available on top of those. They're slightly more expensive, come with a bit of extra care, shall we say. You get a free breakfast in the morning, and the rooms themselves are just slightly larger. Beds are bigger and more comfortable. They set you back about 5 silver each.
I'll take all 5.
Alrighty, so that is 1, 2, 3, 8, 13 silver pieces, please.
And Hiffern drops 2 more gold on the table.
Ah,
I know it's more than enough, but keep it.
I very much appreciate it.
This guy winning the lottery today.
Indeed. I must ask, whilst I have you here, your friend, and they sort of point over towards your new friend Zeo. Are they from here? Will I have met them before? They look familiar.
I mean, he's native, but that's about all I can tell you.
All right. Well, good to know.
Worship's queer just like the rest of us, though.
Oh, roll a deception check. Indeed. May Kriya provide us strength to overcome our obstacles. But of course, I shall. Of course. I shall let you go, though. Thank you for your patronage, your gold, your presence is appreciated. Thank you.
Point me to your big room, though. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Oh, of course. Up the stairs, sort of points over to the corner of the room, the opposite corner where you've been sitting, and there's a small, very thin door, thin compared to maybe some of the other doors here, large enough that you'd be able to fit through, just noticeably thin. Through the door, the stairs are on your left. All the way to the top. There's 2 stories above here. You'll go to the very top, and there are 4 rooms there. You are room, it seems, number 3.
Cool. I'm gonna tell my friends, and yeah, thanks.
No, thank you.
Still, take care, old man. And they walk away.
Well, if you hadn't just given me a lot of money, that would have been rather rude, but...
Adam, how far am I in this book, by the way?
You're just blasting through it? You just said that you were reading the first page.
I mean, I was like starting out reading first.
Okay.
I got been continuously reading it.
I mean, you're a handful of pages. You know, when you're not gonna be able to read through the entirety of this
No, of course not.
this book. It's a very large book, but yeah, you're a few pages. It's setting the scene of the Four Sisters, and sort of how they came to the plane is largely a mystery, but they sort of presented themselves as native to this land, and it seems like it's setting up this sort of almost this political intrigue of them sort of getting close to politically powerful figures and so on and so forth. So. But with that said, as Zeo, as you sit there in the corner, sort of just eating and drinking with newfound friends, you do notice the eye of the barkeep continuously sort of looking over to you. As they notice you noticing them, they quickly turn their attention to a glass to wash, or checking to see if a patron is satisfied with their food or drinks.
Do I notice this?
What is your passive perception?
That is 12.
Yeah, you notice.
Does it look like can you describe me in more detail how like he looks at that person?
Yeah, the look that they're giving is like a look that you would give someone where you're not sure whether you know them or not. Like there's recognition there, but they're trying to sort of place their finger on where they know them from.
And so, is that guy a problem?
I don't know. So while Zeo is eating, he will obviously have his mask off for like the eating and drinking part, and you will see that he has a disfigured cheek, like scars all over his face. And then, noticing this, Zeo will put his mask back on. Go to his innkeeper. We'll go to the innkeeper.
Yes, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Yes. I was noticing you were looking at our party.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Yes, you look familiar.
Well, I was in the region a few times.
Oh.
With a feather Yoroi.
Oh. Interesting. I wonder. Yes, that could certainly be it. Yes. Out of
Why is it
curiosity.
interesting?
Sorry, just out of curiosity, does Zeo still wear any? Think that would associate him with the feathered Yoroi?
What are the symbols?
Usually there would be a patch upon the armor, like the shoulder, the pauldrons. On each pauldron there would be expected to be a symbol. Feathered Yoroi is essentially this sort of elongated hat with a feather that comes out of it, quite a large feather. That is essentially the symbol of it.
You would have sort of the armor that is approximately connected to them, but no insignias anymore.
Okay. I don't see the symbol. Do you still operate under the name of the feathered Yoroi?
Not anymore. I took my own path. Why
Right.
are you so interested in them?
It's truly nothing. The a good friend of mine. First of all, they're from the Tomai quarter in the southeast of the city. They were hoping for me to catch someone of the feathered Yoroi and pass them over to my friend so they could discuss an operation with them. But if you're not part of the feathered Yoroi, that is not a problem.
I can solve tasks on my own as well.
Okay,
What
well,
does your friend need?
well, I don't know myself, but if you head up to the quarter there, you'll find a very large, full, lively tree. Their house is the house just before the tree, and they are, as I say, truly seeking some help. They are willing to pay, from my knowledge, and they would pay well, being from the Tormai Quarter. So you're better off asking them more than anything.
Can I sort of discern if he's telling truth or if he's hiding? And I think this would be probably at a disadvantage because
You're
Leo
drunk.
has had something to drink.
Yeah, roll an insight check with disadvantage, please.
Mhm. It's 12.
12. There's certainly a sense that you're picking up from this individual that maybe they are not sharing all that they know. They're not necessarily lying, but maybe they are being careful with what they share. And they just continue to say, yes, if you speak to them, they're called Oshin Miku. They'll be able to provide you with more information. My understanding is that it's dangerous, it pays well, and yes, as I say, perhaps better that the Feathered Yoroi, as the mercenary group they are, deal with this as opposed to I don't know, a group of curious sorts.
Well, thank you for the information.
Of course.
We will, if we have time, we will meet up with your friend.
Of course. Well, I'm sure they'll appreciate the thought. Anything else I can get you? Any further drink or food? Although it looks like your table's still rather full.
I think we have enough for now. It's
course.
quite good drink and food. Thank you for
Indeed.
your hospitality.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I will then join with the party and inform them about what I've spoken with the barkeep, and that I have a feeling that something is off.
Why? There's some guys that want something done.
The way that barkeep was, when they have a glint in their eye when they're talking with you, something's not right. I can feel it.
Then we go beat that guy up. I don't know. Or
He
should we
hasn't
beat
done anything wrong.
Well,
I'll be out of here tomorrow. If you want, we can go talk to that whatever dude
We can check up on that.
people. But
I will be keeping an eye, eyes fixed on the barman
Okay.
during the drinking and eating.
They seem, now that they've had their conversation with you, they seem less curious by you. They don't seem to be drawn, their attention doesn't seem to be drawn to you. If anything, they seem, they may sort of look towards you to garner why you're looking at them. And they just sort of smile, acknowledge that everything's all right, type of smile, and then go on with their business. They seem certainly less interested in just staring at you now.
I will be staring at him
Yeah.
menacingly.
That's fair. But with that said, on that note, we shall pick up the session next week there as the party find their way through Umiwan, whether they go to the Tommy Quarter or just pass through the city itself, whether Hifrin gets to go to the tower. They will, most likely. I can't imagine they pass through this village now and
Without
not go
going to
the
that tower,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Also, I wanted to say this before. Likely right after right after Zeo got back, they mentioned, hey, got us rooms, etc., etc. You know.
Yeah.
Give everyone their keys, so they all have those.
Cool. Everyone has their
Good.
spare room. Who's getting the other good room?
Hifrin gives it to Zeo out of a show of good faith,
Okay.
I will refuse it.
Okay.
and
Because
Hifrin
you
will
have
throw it
treated
into
me-
his face.
And I will throw it under the table because
I will
you've
take
treated
it.
me enough for today.
If
I cannot
no
accept
one is
this.
taking it, I will take the key.
Oh, Hifrin doesn't tell you what the keys are for. They just throw them at. They just give
yeah,
them to
yeah, I
everyone.
just take it.
Just happening to just after having like deliberately put the 2 good keys in one hand, the 3 other keys in their other hand, give the 3 other keys to the rest, and just gives it, not saying shit. These are your room keys. We got
Okay.
them in the
I
Oh,
bag.
know Shikai is
My-
not going to sleep in a room, right?
Yeah, you'll sleep on the roof. My question certainly created more conflict than I was expecting.
Nobody wants the good room. Fuck. Please don't give me the good room.
But no, we'll pick up the session there next week as
Oh,
as we dive deep into Umiwan or Zhongli, depending on what you do.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, good stuff. It was nice having you, Zeo. Hopefully we see you again. And hopefully we haven't scared you off.
It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, good to have you.
right. See you next week then.
Yeah, I'll speak to you all later. Just before everyone. Yeah, see you Saturday. Before everyone jets off, again, if anyone wanted to do anything out of the ordinary for your downtime, let me know. Otherwise, I will just assume that you were wanting to do your ordinary stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna read the book, so that's how to Or
This
out
was
of
more so for
ordinary,
the week travel leading up to Umuan.
Ah,
Oh, Adam. How did you say the custom spell listing worked again? Do I need a scroll of the other spell I want first, or like a source of it?
No, so there's a cost to creating either a custom spell or like transferring a spell to your spell list.
Yeah.
The idea is that cost would simulate whether you purchase a book about the spell or purchase a scroll itself or whatever it is. So
Okay. So, and does it also take downtime to do that?
it does. It takes time, yeah.
How much?
It depends on the level of spell. Let me quickly get it up for you.
Level 2.
Okay. Level 2. I can also send you this in a second as well. Level 2. It takes 1 work week. So that is essentially 8 hours per day for 6 days. Doesn't have to be in a row, of course. It can be spread out over a course of months or years if you really wanted to. And it also costs 500 gold.
Okay, well I can afford that.
But I'll
But
send
I
you
don't
the.
need it right now. I think I only need it
Okay.
level 7. So
Okay. What I might even do is put it on Foundry so it's just accessible in the journals section or something. But
maybe I can just get someone else to cast that spell for me. I don't know.
Sure. Possible. Alrighty. I'll leave you all to it. As I say, I'll see some of you on Saturday for Kingbreaker. But for the rest of you, I'm sure I'll speak throughout the week, or I'll see you on Thursday next week.
all right.
Right, see ya.
All right.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye bye.
Okay, see ya.
Bye bye. Alrighty. Gonna head off. Good session. Good to get our new player involved. Welcome to the party, indeed. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you all have a good day, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is. I hope it's good. 6.3 more K. Hell yeah, not far. I think Bacon is 5K away. Not bad at all. Gonna get the double gods, the double forgotten gods. I'm excited. But yeah, gonna head off. We return on Saturday at 2 p.m. GMT. So be there or be square. I'll see you later.